Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the live show. What a day it was. The SPY was down like we thought, and Apple was up just like we thought. So I hope you guys played that accordingly. But first, we'll go through everything. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. How is everybody? And again, that SPY was down, and Apple was up, just like we've been saying here. You can see it right there. And the SPY, it did close down. It was up a little in the after hours, and like I said, it was going to be flat against there. And yeah, then Apple was looking pretty good, I must say. It was up over like $4 or $5 right there. So there you go, everybody. And new art, no new art. That's been up there, to be honest with you. So yeah, I've had that piece of art there. Anyway, here we go. Let's roll through. We'll see what's going on here and what we're going to be looking at tomorrow. So let's just jump right into them and see what's going on, what's happening, what's going to be popping, what we want to look at, because we nailed the market perfectly today. And what happened to AREB? I don't know. Let's look at it. It is one of them footwear. I was thinking that AREC, but AREB, I remember this one had popped up there, and maybe that's going to be bottomed out right there. Might be a really good one to take a look at, as a matter of fact. And so yeah, AREB. I might have to take a peek at that one tomorrow, see if it's going to try to roll off, so we could be looking at AREB right there. So there you go. But that's a good pullback, John Curry. And let's see. Background for the live show change. Oh yeah, every month I change it. So there you go. That the I got you. The thumbnail you mean I got what you're saying. Yeah, the thumbnail I change it once every month. I change the thumbnail accordingly to whatever that month is. So yeah, it's 4th of July month here, and so yeah, that's what it looks like. But yeah, I change it every the beginning of the month. I always have a new thumbnail for the pre-market and the live show. So that's what you're talking about. Cool, Mr. Drawdown. Glad you noticed it, and glad people see that, because I thought it would stand out a little bit more, and it's easier to roll through and see the different months and when it changes. So yeah, today is July 1st, halfway through the year here. How crazy is that? It is just cruising along, and we'll just cruise along and see what is going on in this market. And again, GVH, now you see why I wasn't ready for it yet. And we'll see. I think tomorrow it might be trying to bottom out here, but we'll make sure. And we want to see that curl up. And again, even if it jumps up a little bit, I don't mind. I just don't want to be in it right here and then it pull back pretty big. And I think we all agree on that. It's the worst when you jump in something and watch it pull back. I like to watch it pull back and then make sure it's curling back up, and then maybe jump, and then basically jump in it as it's curling up and catch the ride up. So not worrying about necessarily catching the exact bottoms ever, just making sure we know what direction it's moving in. So that's what you're looking at right there. We'll make sure it's moving up tomorrow. So I'll watch that one and see what's going on. HCTI right here, that healthcare triangle, is trying to curl up a little bit. It was not looking bad today, a little bit flat there, but again, not bad, sitting over the 20. So we'll be looking at that tomorrow. And this week just isn't that week where things are going to be that crazy. There are a few poppers, but for the overall market, it is kind of just sitting there. But we do have to know what's going on, because the setups and everything, like Apple and another one, we'll go through Green Lane right here. It did pull back today and recently split and ran up. We'll see how much it wants to pull back. GNLN right there. So yeah, we'll see if it wants to really dip down and see what's going on. And Plug was pulling back here as well today. It looked like a little healthy pullback. It was running up pretty well yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on that Plug and see if it can keep plugging away there. But it was dipping down pretty well. 145 down to 134. It came back up and it closed at 141. So not as bad. And that could be some really healthy pullback and be popping again tomorrow. So be watching Plug and see if it can pop and bounce back up right there. Excuse me. My throat's still not 100%. Hopefully, after this week, it will be. But OST right here, like I said, I've never even lost my voice before. And so that was one crazy weekend in Vegas, you can tell. And I'm still kind of recovering, but my voice is much better. And look at this OST. Another one just wasn't comfortable with it at the bottom yet, but it's down there. And we're keeping an eye on this thing too to see when it wants to bottom out because that'll be a great opportunity. And of course, NCNA, we've been watching this thing. It did pull back there, and we're watching to see if it wants to roll off. So I'll be watching this tomorrow, and I was watching all these today, and they just weren't doing anything. But they are getting set up, and this is what I was kind of talking about before. It might not be a crazy aggressive week, but we do want to know what's getting set up for next week so we can play it accordingly. And BGLC right here. That was a popper, and that one did get moving right there. BGLC, and it was running up there today pretty big, 483 to 2250. We were looking at it this morning, and it closed at 680 right there. So that one was cruising along. BGLC. And let's take a look and see what Wolf was doing. Remember, we took a look at it the other day. It was in the basement and we saw it yesterday. It looked a lot better. And today it was popping up there. WOLF Wolf, Wolf Speed right there. Remember, it was popping up yesterday. It was running around some more. And it doesn't look too bad for tomorrow. So you keep an eye on that. WOLF. And we'll look at Terror Wolf too. That was up a little today. And we were watching it. And this is in a good spot. So Wolf and Wolf looking good again. They had looked good before together, and they both had run up there. So both Wolves are looking pretty good right there to do some howling there on 4th of July week. So we'll see what happens with that. And this one, the Terror Wolf, is a capital market one. So it seems to run with crypto usually. So we'll be watching that. And this ARBK, someone mentioned it last night, Argo blockchain. This thing went cranking up today. I did see this one, ARBK. And let's see right there. You can see it was running around yesterday. And then today it got cruising to 27 to 44. It closed at 28 right there for ARBK. So that was a good one. And how about that BMNR from yesterday? And that was running up some more today. So that was another one we were looking at. And boom, look at that thing, 48 up to 74, back to 42.50. So last 2 days, that was a huge runner. And that's that one that Tom Lee joined for the Ethereum treasury right there. So it got a little more squeeze in it today. That's for sure for BMNR. And let's see FedEx. Remember who said this was going to be a good setup right here. And boom, there you go, up 3%. So, and FedEx is looking pretty good right there, guys. So there you go with that. And there you are with UPS as well. And who gave you both of them on the show? So there you go, guys. And I was saying FedEx was looking good. UPS wasn't looking bad. And bam, there you go. I mean, how beautiful is this show? And this is what we're going to be doing nonstop in the Discord. So if you want to know which ones to be trading and how to lock them in, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in the Discord. So it is going to get amazing. I'm telling you right now, it's already been great and it's going to get amazing. And we're always watching these Bitcoin crypto plays like BMNR was the pattern for BGLC. Which one was that one? That one had just run that BioNexus one. And I don't even know what any of these things do, but seems like they are trying to buy like crypto and stuff when they pop up like this. They're trying to be some kind of treasury. So anyway, there you go, FedEx and UPS, great winners right there and beautiful calls. So there you go with them. And OCGN just pulling back, like I was saying. Remember, I was saying it might be coming down into them 80s, and there you go with it, but it will get set back up. And QMCO right here was pulling back. It was trying to set up yesterday, as you can see, and it's just not ready. See how it's hitting that MACD and not crossing through right there. So not ready yet, but they're going to get set up. So keep your eye on them. This is what I was talking about. I didn't think they were ready to cross through yet, not on a week like this. and they just didn't look like they were going to keep that momentum. Holo right here dipped down a little bit. And again, when the China news comes out with the China deal, this one will probably go wild. So keep your eye on good old Holo right here. And I don't know what I'm typing in there, but anyway, there's Holo right here. And it is not bad on the 20 right there. So we will be watching that one as well. And again, they have that Rolodex of news. And how about your UNH United Health? We were saying this was getting set up. And there you go. That's a nice run up right there for us, I must say. And how about Bull was running up a little bit. And remember, I was saying it might get to that 50 right there, and it got pretty close to it. So we'll be watching that tomorrow. See if it wants to continue to run. And Wang and Lee down here at 3 cents. And didn't they announce the delisting notification right there? I don't know if they did anything about it yet, but it's just pulling back. We'll keep an eye on it and see what Wang and Lee is ready, but it just seems to be pulling back. GRYP, remember I said keep your eye on this thing. This thing could be becoming a monster really quick, guys. So GRYP, and it looks like it might have started to run there. What did it do in the after hours? There you go. I wasn't even paying attention there. Remember, I was saying this the other day. N88 to 190, and it's at 145. So there you go. GRYP running in after hours. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez. And yeah, that one was. And remember who said that one was getting set up, guys? CLBR. Let's see that one. The other one that Trump saw. Junior's on. This one's not ready yet. It was just bouncing up as it curled up, but it's not crossing through. And IXHL, this was in a good spot, and it's still in a pretty good spot here. Keep an eye on this bad boy tomorrow, guys, because that could get cruising. I thought it was going to run up a little better today. It did not, but definitely keep your eye on that. And SNES right here, it might come down in the basement in the top right here and pop back up. It's trying to set up and make room, and they do keep coming out with news. It did have a dip right there, 510 to 360 and down to 493. So there you go, a little bit of pullback right there, but again, I would keep your eye on this thing. A little bit of pullback, and it could bounce back up. This is that company that has all the rodent info, and they announced closing of warrant exercise for 4.4 million gross proceeds right there. So there you go with that. And they have the rodent birth control, and it seems to be working in hotspots from Hong Kong to San Francisco and all over the place. So that company, Ben was way early on, and it's still setting up. Let it pull back a little bit, and it'll be a good one right there. And we've seen it since $2.60. And so, yeah, there you go with that SNES. So, again, that one's a beauty. And let's take a look and see what VOR was doing. That's not it. This is it. VOR. It had spiked up this morning, and it is pulling back. We'll see if it stays in the top there. I'm not exactly sure if it wants to. And the Z space right here was pulling back. That one was looking good, and I was wondering, is this going to go back into the basement? That was pretty wild. It was definitely setting up there, looking pretty decent, and then had a nice pullback. We'll just look at the rest of them real quick because they were looking really good yesterday. I don't even know what I just did. Hold on. I just made it different. There we go. Hold on. I got to add this to it because I did something crazy there. All right, that's still this. I did that before, and then I was just kind of rolling around doing my own thing there with a different screen, and it wasn't recording. But anyway, you guys can see this RGTI, and yeah, just a little bit of pullback there. It looks like it could be some healthy pullback, as you can see, not crossing through. And I don't think they were ready. I was saying how they wanted to curl up as they were approaching the MACD, and that's what we had to keep an eye on. So there you go. And yeah, we mentioned SNES a long time ago, Mr. Drawdown. We were definitely all over that one. And again, Ben from the Story Trading, the Discord that I'm in, he's the one that really brought it to our attention. He had interviewed the CEO. He's been talking about it, and they've been in super early. And yeah, I think the Discord owns probably like 30% of that company, probably. So it's crazy. But anyway, yeah, that is a really good one. And again, just watch for some pullback. It's run up like crazy, and then we'll catch it on the way back up. And here's RGTI. QUBT, let's take a look at it. Pulling back a little bit today. Again, could be a little healthy. We'll have to see. They were curling up there, hitting the MACD. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one. QBTS, let's take a look at D Wave. And that one still has to set up. And we've been talking about that. And QTUM is the Defiance Quantum ETF. And that was also pulling back, hitting the top. And again, this week is one of them weeks where it's hard to tell, and this is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. They were running up. Today they're pulling way back. So this is what I was talking about with the market, the SPY pulling back and everything else. So now you can see exactly what I was saying right there. Here's our cat down and our big cats right here. The lion was down. Cheetah wasn't looking that great today. It was just like a little flat, not doing a whole lot. And JAGX was down just a hair, and that one's going to get set up. So not a whole lot happening there on them bad boys. And let's take a look and see what KULR is doing. KULR Technology Group, and that one's trying to get set up. And another one is just hitting the MACD. They're not ready to cross through. They're not keeping that momentum right there. Altimmune, this one's actually curling up and could be a good one off that bounce and could continue its way up. It did take that huge dip right there, ALT. So, yeah, that one is curling up. You can watch that one kind of curl up right there. And obviously, when it gets up to the MACD, it might not cross through, but it has some room to run up on that one, ALT and AKBA right here. And let's see what that's doing. That looks like it's pulling back a little bit more. AKBA, I'm not sure, Akibia or something like that. And that looks like you have it dipping right there. So I'd watch for that to pull back. OBIO, not even sure what that is. Orchestra Biomed Holdings, and this thing was up a little bit today. I don't think it's really ready to do anything crazy. Let me take a better look at it. OBIO. And yeah, I don't know if it's really ready to do anything crazy. We've looked at IBIO, and I'm familiar with this one, but not OBIO. But IBIO is looking at 74 cents, just kind of hanging out down there. That one actually looks like it could be getting set up right there. So might want to take a look at IBIO. Looks a little better than OBIO right now. OBIO and IBIO, just a big tongue twister right there. VLCN is like a Volcom. Yeah, Volcon, something like that. Auto manufacturer right there ran up, and that could be pulling back. And again, these could just be healthy pullbacks. It's hard to tell this week. And this is what I was talking about. I don't know why I can't type this in, guys. VLCN, there we go. And yeah, we could see some pullback right here on this short week. And I was expecting it. That's why I was saying we were not going aggressive on this week. And we were just going to watch to make sure we knew what was happening. We did catch Apple. That was good options right there today. And we've had that one now down and the SPY coming down. So we knew it was happening. It's just you got to play it smart, and that's all you can do and lock in those profits, of course. Onco right here, ONCO. Let's see what that's doing. ONCO hitting the 20. I don't know. That one doesn't look like it's ready to do anything crazy. And Archer was taking a dip today. And again, these things that are not crossed through, they are pulling back as they hit. Archer was trying to get set up right there, taking a dip. It's going to be that dip and rip situation. Watch. So definitely keep an eye on ACHR. That one will turn around and get ripping. Again, maybe not in the next day or two, but maybe next week it might be a better one. GLMD had been running up, coming back down to the MACD right there, and we have to see what it wants to do. It looks like it's crossing through today, but it's in that spot where it could pull itself up and get moving again. So we'll have to keep an eye on GLMD tomorrow. And CHEB, I'm not familiar with this one. Is it a what are they called? I can't even think. Shell company. That's what it is. It is a shell company. It looked like it just off the bat right there. And let's see. It is a shell, and actually looks really good. And you know, these shell companies can run pretty big. I would keep an eye on Cheb right here. It's looking pretty Chebalicious, I would say. So that's a good word. And yeah, that's looking pretty good right there. CHEB. I would be keeping an eye on that. Whoever gave us that one. And Lunkin Coffee or Luckin Coffee. Why do I always say Lunkin? Luckin Coffee. I remember we were looking at it the other day. It was looking pretty good, and it is running up there. So there you go with your Luckin Coffee. And DOW, Dow Inc. is a chemical company setting up right here, curling up. I'm not sure if it's ready to get through yet. I think it still has a week or so to set up, but it is looking pretty good. So keep an eye on DOW right there, because that one is getting set up. And what does that say? KHC probably? Yeah, KHC Kraft Heinz. That's right. And that one actually looks good. They must be selling a lot of mustard and ketchup or something because it's 4th of July right there. So look at that. Kraft Heinz Company taking off. I wonder what they did today, whatever. And yeah, no kind of crazy news. But anyway, that does look good. It has some resistance right there at 27. So keep an eye on that. But did jump up today, that's for sure. And let's take a look and see what Rig is doing. Transocean, that's getting set up too. And you're going to ride that up on the curl up. Might not cross through, but it is getting set up on Rig, RIG. So that's one to keep an eye on going forward. And CROX right here. Crocs. I didn't even realize that was Crocs. CROX. Good old Crocs footwear. And that's setting up real good. I never owned a pair of Crocs, I must say, but there you go. I would say that we might have to buy the stock because it's looking really good right there for Crocs. And it is summertime, so Crocs are popular. And remember, Kohl's ran up for us before KSS, and we had it back here. It was down here, and it ran up or right around there. So still under where we were looking at it in the 8s, and now it's running up. And Kohl's isn't looking too bad there, KSS. So we were early on that one. And OLB right here is getting set up. I don't think it's ready just yet, but it is getting set up here. So keep an eye. That 20's over it and might push it down to the channel, but it's not too bad right there. And Mr. Drawdown said plastic shoes, deep soul dive, and said gross. Yeah, Cavino and Rich were always anti Crocs as well. And I've never had a pair, to be honest. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of them, but they do serve their purpose. I can see in like if you're like a big shore person or whatever, or lakes or whatever like that. And so there you go with Crocs, but they do have all like the crazy accessories and stuff that are wild. But there you go, CMPS. Let's see what Compass Pathways is doing. And this is curling up and looking pretty good. Remember, we were talking about this starting to curl up right there, and that is looking pretty good. So keep your eye on the good old Compass Pathways right there, looking pretty. And I know Terp Traders been looking at that one. So there you go with that bad boy. And they are the few that we were looking at. Let me roll through our laptop travel list of our Jolie's jams real quick, and we'll go through our SPY big caps, and I'll see what you guys want to see because I see a bunch of them up there, and I see a lot of people posting. So just keep on posting up there. We'll roll through them all. That's for sure. Let's take a look at EONR Doge Mama 9 and see what that's doing real quick. EONR. And that one's actually kind of setting up that oil and gas one right there. And that's trying to run up. You might get it to come back up into that 42 area. It is probably bottomed out there yesterday. So you will get a little pop up on EONR as it's ripping up today. So keep an eye on that to continue to run up there. So here we go. Let's roll through our laptop travel list and see what's going on for tomorrow. ALLO. That one's getting set up, guys. So keep an eye on that. And let's take a look. ALLO, there you go. The 20's coming down, but it is trying to run up to it. So you might have a little bit of movement there tomorrow. NALTS, that one is pulling down right there, it looks like. So let's take a better look. ALTS, Alt 5 Sigma Company. And it is getting set up. Just watch for a little more pullback right there. And BFIN, Bank Financial Corp. And this one's hitting a little resistance. It actually doesn't look too bad to try to jump up into the next channel right there, BFIN. Yeah, right there. Try to get to that 50. So you keep an eye on that. It would run up into right about into that 1190 area. It's at 1169 and try to get set up from there. And BRLT right here, Brilliant Earth Group, is trying to curl up, and that one's looking pretty brilliant at the moment. So might want to keep an eye on that tomorrow. That could keep that momentum. And CHRS, some Coherus Oncology, and that doesn't look bad either. I know we looked at this about 2 weeks ago. It was trying to get set up right about here, and yeah, right about here it was trying to get set up, and now it's not looking too bad, so you might want to keep an eye on CHRS, looking pretty good there, and ESCA right here, Escalade, and I don't think it is that is that Ford's Escalade company? I doubt it, but I don't even know what Escalade is. It's just a leisure company. I have no idea what they do. It's hitting some resistance right there. Probably have to look at that tomorrow. ESCA, see what it's doing. It's not looking bad in that spot, but I'd have to look at it. EVTV right here, Envirotech vehicles, and that's not looking bad. To try to get into the channel, it might take another couple days to get in there. It is crawling up pretty good right there. Yeah, I'd keep an eye on that EVTV right there as well. That's not looking bad. FK, yeah, WL. Let's see. There we go. FKWL, Franklin Wireless. And this one is just a little healthy pullback today, but should run up to that next resistance line. And GAMBgambling.com is getting set up. Watch for any pullback, but that looks like it bottomed out for a little run up there. So keep an eye on GAMB. That's looking pretty good right there. And RGTI, we already looked at RGTI. It was pulling back a little, but they are getting set up, guys. So we'll be keeping an eye on them. And T-Zoo right here, Travel Zoo. And that looks like it's setting up TZOO. And that looks like it's that zoo is about to do some travel and internet content. Not even familiar with it, but it does look pretty good right there for TZOO. And UCAR, let's see what UCAR is doing. It's a China truck and auto dealership one. It's trying to crawl. Oh, that one might crawl right back off the MACD and get rolling again. So might want to keep an eye. You see, it was trying to pull back there. It did spike up, had that bottom the other day. We'll have to look at UCAR tomorrow to see exactly what that wants to do. And UNCY right here. Let's see what that Unicive, whatever it is, Therapeutics, that was pulling back. We'll see if that one wants to bounce at all right where it's at. And the UVXY, let's look at it. We were going to look at it anyway, and it did have a little bit of pullback. And again, I do think that's trying to bottom out and curl up a little bit. How much it will is what we got to pay attention to. And you can see the VIX over here was a little bit green, and it was just getting set up here. So you can see it's in that spot where it could easily roll off, and it does look like it's been trying to bottom out there. So I am definitely keeping an eye on them things, that's for sure. And let's see what WATT is doing. Watt, that's an Erogis Corp or something. I don't even know how to say that one. Anyway, let's see what it's up to. It's not looking too bad to try to roll up there and try to run. And VOC, I believe, VOC Energy Trust, and that's not looking bad right there. So a really good list right there from Laptop Travel. So there you go with your Laptop Travel list. And let's see what our Joey's Jams are doing. Agrify getting set up right here. It is crawling up. It has some resistance in front of it. Make sure it gets over that 20. It might not get right over, but it is getting set up. And Blink was looking pretty good, but now it's pulling back. I did notice it today, pulling back a little bit. We'll see what it can do tomorrow, because it was trying to push over that resistance. Hopefully that was a little healthy and it can get rolling. And you know what Sezzle was doing, but it's pulling back now, and that rip might be over. So Sezzle could be cooling down right here. So it was sizzling, and now it's probably cooling down for SEZL. And how about your Sterling Infrastructure? The same situation, pulling out of the top and pulling back. So I do think some of these guys are pulling back here, and this is exactly what I was talking about with the market. Having this pullback here, and why I didn't want to be so aggressive with some of these. And Rivian had been getting set up, just a little pullback. We'll see. It was trying to curl up there. It's not making it through, so we'll have to look at it tomorrow on a short week, see what it wants to do. Symbotic still running up, might have a little squeeze in it still, so keep an eye on Symbotic tomorrow. That might be a good one. And let's go ahead and look at our SPY and our big caps and everything else and see what's going on here. So here we go at our SPY. That was down just as we thought, up a little in the after hours, but we'll obviously be looking at it at 7 a.m. tomorrow to see exactly what it wants to do. And it did exactly what I was saying it was going to do today, run up to that top and go flat. It could just kind of bounce around, never get into the top there for the next 2 days because tomorrow is the last full day of the week. Thursday's a half a day. Friday, the market's closed, and they're probably going to leave it in a really odd spot. So just giving you guys a heads up right there. And that's why I said to be very cautious. It's worth it to be cautious than to play around and get and have it pull back on you. But Apple ran up just as we thought it would. So that was a good one. Amazon was still kind of running up, still pretty set up there for Amazon. So Thursday is a half a day. The market closes right around 1:15, Mr. Drawdown. So if you do have options, I've been saying it, and you have options that expire Friday, 4th of July, they will expire Thursday around 1 o'clock, 1:15 at the latest. So I know the market goes right around 1:15. And so, yeah, it is closing early. So, it won't be a whole lot going on Thursday either. So you might as well figure tomorrow, do what you have to do because the rest of the week's going to be pretty done. So tomorrow will be like the last full day right there. And then pretty much everyone's going on vacation. So there you go for 4th of July. And can you believe it's already 4th of July, guys? Remember 3 months ago, and I said 4th of July will be here. We'll be going to parades and watching fireworks. Well, here we go. We'll be watching fireworks. I think Thursday night, as a matter of fact, we're going to see some. Oh, yeah. And tomorrow night, I'll keep you guys posted. We may skip the show. Might take my little guy. I think I told you before. This that band that what is it called? Two Zoos or something. They're coming around, and I always listen to them with my little guy, and it would be fun to take him. He's never got to really see live music like that, so they're playing not too far from us at a park for free. So I was just telling the wife, and I think we're going to take him. So may skip the show. And again, I don't think Thursday. I'll do the Thursday morning show. If I do skip tomorrow night, I'll keep you guys posted, and you guys know why. And again, I don't think we're going to be missing anything. Tomorrow will be like the last full day of the week. And then Thursday morning, I'll hop on. We'll do our pre market show. We'll get ready, see what's happening, get wrapped up for the week, and then kind of plan it. And like I said, I've just been looking at everything and seeing what's going to be happening in these next 3 months. As you guys know, that's how I gear it and look at things and plan it. And then we just crush it from there. So I've been trying to just figure that all out. And that's all good because, again, this week was one of them transition weeks. So nothing crazy. Anyway, let's just cruise through, see what's going on. Google right here. That was pulling back just a hair. And again, remember I said watch it to pull back, get set up. So it will set up right there. And Meta was pulling back pretty good as well. So you did have that pullback. And Microsoft, like I've been saying, guys, that's coming out. Might want to short Microsoft. What is it? I talked about it before, and then it ripped on me that day, right as the market opened. So it wasn't a bad thing because we weren't in it just yet. I was saying, let's take a look at it, see what it's going to do. And it just got ripping there. So it wasn't the end of the world, but look at this thing, MSFD. That could be a big one right there. So you might want to keep an eye on that guy right there. And we had looked at it before. I told you it was going to be pulling back relatively soon here. And the video right here was pulling back as well. It has some support. We'll see what it can do as it reaches that 150 area. So we'll see what happens right there with NVIDIA. And, of course, Tesla was coming way down. Remember who I did say, let's get it in the lower threes. We might be getting it in the twos now because it looks like it'll be in the 200 range tomorrow. So there you go with TSLA. And we'll be watching that for some more pullback as well. And let's go ahead, look at the rest of them, and then we'll go ahead and see what you guys want to see. AMC right here was pulling back. And again, I didn't think it was ready. GameStop's pulling back, and it was hitting the line. Another one, I said it would curl up, go up as it was curling up. I didn't know if it was going to be ready to cross through, and they're just not ready. We're not abandoning that pattern just yet because it never stopped doing it. And Chewy right here is coming down. It is setting up, but some good pullback and Unity as well. So here we go with the market pulling back a little bit. And again, we'll see what happens tomorrow, the last full day of the week. And, it's going to kind of be like a pointless. Mr. Drawdown said pointless tomorrow. Yeah, you're not exactly going to be wanting to buy anything for the rest of the week. Let's put it that way. And so, yeah, just keep that in mind, everybody. No problem, Larry. And that's why we do the show, to keep everybody informed, and so that we all know what's going on and know how to play the market. So that's why I was kind of saying this week wasn't going to be an aggressive week. I thought when I was going packing up and ready for Vegas, I wasn't thinking that 4th of July was the next Friday when I got back. I thought it was the week after. I was like kind of I guess a week. I wasn't on paying attention to the calendar, obviously, and so yeah, in my mind, I thought we still had a week of time between I got back and 4th of July, but it's like I got back and boom, we had a short week. It's all fine. It's fine. Again, the Apple options printed enough today that you didn't have to worry about anything else. So, we did look at Wolf Luis Rodriguez. We looked at it last night. It was way up today. We looked at it the last 2 nights. We looked at Sunday and Monday. As a matter of fact, the semiconductor on Sunday, it wasn't looking that great. And yesterday it popped up and was looking pretty good right there. So that was good old Wolf. And here we go. Let's take a look. And Netflix was coming back down. Look at that thing coming down. It was setting up pretty nice, too. Hit that top resistance, and boom, there it goes, coming down. And like I was saying, that's why we were playing the market cautious right here. And AVGO coming down, it's hitting that support, but I don't think it's going to hold it. And I was saying the semiconductors could be pulling back. MU was looking like it. TSM coming back down right there, has that support. Maybe you'll get a little bounce up tomorrow, but be careful. SMCI was trying to run up. That's pulling back as well. And there you go at AMD. That's also pulling back, and that's going to get bullish again. So let it pull back into that 130, lower 130 area, and it'll get ready. So AMD will be getting set back up. And this QCOM had been looking good, and that's why it's still running up there. So you might want to check that out, because that's probably your play of the day right there. QCOM looking pretty good. And again, these are just setups. FedEx, we talked about it the other day, and I said I'm not sure if it's going to run the very next day or so. And there you go, it started to pop up. So a little healthy pullback yesterday, and boom, that was a nice runner. So this week is one of them weeks where it's hard to time them exactly, just because it's a short week and you can't really tell, but it's setting up and ready to roll. So that's why we do it, and figure out all the good poppers right there. So that's how that one went down. And let's see what else is going on here. And yeah, QCOM setting up. Intel right here was running up a little bit. And that one actually looks pretty good to try to run back up some. PayPal wasn't looking too bad. And remember, that was getting set up. So it still looks pretty good there. Snow had been in the top, pulling back big. And these guys that have been running in the top, like I said, we're going to be pulling back. And here you go with the pullback. Dell, a little pullback right there. And Palantir, let's get that up there, because it wasn't too bad. It was pulling back. But again, that setup's not too bad right there. But it does look like it's coming back down some more. So I was looking at it today. It was still up on the 20 when I saw it. It is way down there now. So I think you do see some more definitely see some more pullback on Palantir. And Sophie was run up in the top, and you'll probably see a little pullback on Sophie as well. So here you go with your pullback that I've been talking about. Mara getting set up right there. We knew these guys were getting set up, and Riot as well getting set up. You can see it. And so was Clean Spark. So they were looking good. And MicroStrategy was down, but look at that thing getting set up right there. So they're not looking bad at all. The other ones are running up. Coinbase was down, and even Hood was up in the morning, but that came down today. It's in the top, so be careful. These things could all be coming out of the tops now, and they had run up there for a while, so you got to be careful. And let's just take a look and see DJT and Fun. DJT still setting up, like I said, has a week or two, and Fun's going to get fun, guys. You can see it getting set up. Mountain has a week or two. It was up today. It was actually looking good, so you might want to look at this tomorrow too. MTN not looking bad, could run up to that resistance, and then come back down to that 165, come back down the set back up there. And McDonald's still running up, guys. And who said that one was looking good? So, I mean, we play the market perfectly. It's not that we don't. And again, this is what we're going to do in the Discord. We're going to take all these ones that we go through, and I'll really be keeping my notes. And then we're going to get into that Discord and trade them like amazingly. And again, all you got to do is run these things up a little bit, 1% here, 2% here, and just trade them smart. And you're in and you're out in a day or so, and you're locking in those profits and roll them over, and you'll see your accounts grow faster than you've ever seen anything. It'll be crazy for you guys, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, like I keep telling you, is if you're not involved in the Discord and you're interested and you have any questions, shoot me a DM. You know, Sam was talking highly of it last night, and it is pretty amazing in there. Every day there's bangers. I've been posting the Apple and the Spy dead on today, and I've been pretty dead on the money with all of them, to be honest with you. So there you go. Mr. Drawdown haven't had McDonald's since divorce. Maybe that's a good thing. I would say that's a good thing. I don't eat any McDonald's. I haven't had McDonald's in forever, guys. I mean, holy cow. Every once in a like maybe once a year at nighttime, I'll get like a craving for a Big Mac, and I'll go get one, and then I eat it, and then I'll go, oh man, I don't know why I did that, but whatever, it was good, I guess, why I wanted it, and so yeah, and then I don't eat it for like another year. So yeah, that's about my extent of McDonald's. I think if I get fast food, it's Taco Bell. To be honest with you, Taco Bell's the best fast food. I think to be, in my opinion, especially with the app, it's great. Like they have these like combo box things. I don't know if you can order them while you're there, but it's easy on the app. And like for $7, you get like this crazy meal. You get like a big burrito and another thing, and yeah, and a drink. It's pretty wild. It's like the old school prices on there if you do it through the app. I guess they have them on the menu. I'm not sure, but I just been doing it on the app, and if I order it, and yeah, if I have fast food, it'll definitely be Taco Bell. I don't really eat any other fast food. That's for sure. Don't try to eat Taco Bell too often. So there you go. And so anyway, McDonald's, but it is looking good. It was looking good as a stock, and that's what we were saying. Boeing pulling back there. It might pull back a little bit more. We'll watch it, but it will get set up right there as the rest of them. And space, that was pulling up a little bit. Well, it was kind of pulling back, and I guess it ended up today because I did see that down earlier. Let me see. And yeah, 275, 288. Its low is 268. And I did see it down there in like the low 270s, but it did close at 286. So it did pop up there, it looks like, in the after hours. And Arby's, Arby's used to be pretty good. I don't know if Arby's is good anymore. I don't even know if there's really Arby's around here anymore, to be honest with you. I don't even really pay attention. Actually, I think there is an Arby's around here. I just never go to it. So yeah, definitely don't do Arby's much. Me and my dad would eat Arby's when we would do inspections in this one city. They had an Arby's. It's like the only thing they had. And so yeah, back in the day when I did inspections with my dad when I was younger, I used to we would eat Arby's like every once in a while, and it was all right back then, I guess. But again, we would be like starving from walking around doing inspections all day. It was like literally the only place to go eat, and so we would jump in there and eat, and we never died, so that was good. And but yeah, that's all about Arby's. And anyway, IBM right here, that's been looking good, and it is pulling back. So another one that was in the top coming back down, and Disney right here. Let's see, it's coming back down as well. So again, like I was saying, be careful. Oxy was setting up. Remember, it was up today, and this bad boy is getting set up. So we might see these oil and gas. Look at ExxonMobil not looking bad right there. Nike was up again. Look at it. It wants to touch that resistance up there. And that DXYZ was coming down. This one's just getting set up right there. Let's look at I don't even know what I'm doing, but Lockheed Martin right there was getting set up. I looked at that one, and your NOC, Northrop Grumman, was trying to get up to that resistance right there. So a couple other ones. So there you go, guys. And let's go ahead and see what you guys want to look at, and then we'll wrap it up a little early for you guys, and you guys can enjoy a short week, and then we'll get really back into business, and the shed office is all set up, guys. It's pretty sweet. And I'll take a little video of it tomorrow. I was just kind of cleaning up in there, doing a few things, and getting all the wires right. You know how many wires there are? It's pretty insane. So I had to like kind of set it all up and then make sure I had all the adapters and this and that, because you need the Lightning C for the iMac or the Mac Mini for everything. And it's just tons of different adapters and different things that you need. And I don't do it every day. And I thought I like thought everything through until I start setting it up. And I'm like, shit, I don't have that one. But I always have like 4 different adapters that you can put together and kind of make one. So I do that to set it all up. And then I try to buy like just like the USB-C Lightning to like your computer one or HDMI or whatever the case is. That way you don't have like 55 adapters and all kinds of wires, because there's enough wires how it is. And so yeah, I cut some holes in the desk and got the little cat things and got all the wires. So it actually looks pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. And but yeah, it just takes a little bit of time to set all that up. And like I said, I don't do it every day. So you just gotta sit there and make sure you got everything lined up and 3 monitors and this and that. But it looks pretty dope. And I was out there for most of the day, just kind of scanning around and seeing what was going on, getting into my zone. I was talking to Rhett from the Discord as well, and kind of telling him I'm getting zoned in there, guys. I'm telling you, when I get zoned in, it doesn't matter. You guys can tell. It doesn't matter what the market wants to do. I tell my wife, it matters if I'm zoned in or not. That's all that really matters. When I'm zoned in, the market can do whatever it wants. We'll crush the market. And I just wasn't getting zoned in. I could tell, like, I do the show, I'm perfectly fine down here. Like I said, it just comes out. I just naturally do it. I don't even think when I do this thing. It just, whatever I'm saying, my brain just says it. I have no idea. If I tried to think about it with my brain injury, it wouldn't even work. So I just don't even think and just let myself go. And so yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Sometimes I just go. And so yeah, that's what I look at the charts and say. Like, if I look at them real fast and tell you what they're going to do, they're pretty accurate. And if I have to second guess it, we should probably come back to it. Again, I don't really think about it. I just look at it, and it's just I guess the 20 plus years of experience that just kind of tells you what it's going to do right there. So if I do think about it, we're in trouble. And that's what started to happen. I was down here trying to trade the whole winter and everything, and I was doing really well. And then all of a sudden, it was just like my brain stopped working. I just like got out of the zone, and I don't like when I get out of the zone. I love to be in that zone, and I can stay in it for a while, like almost for all the time, as long as the conditions are right. And I can just kind of cruise through life and just keep my brain in the zone. It's kind of wild. And obviously you guys can see it's well worth it, because you can do very well in the market and destroy it. So yeah, when I get zoned in, it's over. And I could tell I wasn't zoned in there for a little while, and that's why I was like, I gotta just be out there and get sunlight. And then that's how the whole shed thing came about. And yeah, I feel great out there, guys. It's just like today it was like pouring raining. I was out there, I loved it. I was like, oh, this is the best. So yeah, I love that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be definitely working out very well for all of us, to be honest. So that is that. And like I said, it is all set up, looking good. The other monitors came, everything else came. So it's good to go. And all the little hookups and adapters and everything set up. So that is looking nice. And anyway, let's cruise through and see what you guys want to see here. Let me take a look and see. Put Starlink out there. Actually, Lewis in Utah, I just I don't know. I had posted the videos. I trenched the like 50 feet and ran the conduit and ran the Ethernet cable from my house. So yeah, I ran that thing from the second floor down to the basement, out the wall, and then through the conduit into the shed, and yeah, everything's hardwired in. So, and then I got one of them splitters. Is it not a splitter? It's a something, I forget, an Ethernet, whatever it is, and it makes all the connections. Like you can hook up like 5. I got one with 5 ports. So yeah, you can have like 5 different ones running at the exact same speed. So whatever the hell that thing's called, I forget. So yeah, that was like part of the things that I needed, and I'm like, shit, I need that thing. And so yeah, it was just take a couple days to get it all figured out, and then you got to order the parts from Amazon and get them to get here. So usually they're 2 days or next day. Sometimes they say you have Prime, and they say they'll deliver them the next day, and then they take 2 days. Sometimes it is what it is. You can't complain about it. I mean, where else can you just push a button and then everything you need just shows up at your doorstep in a day or two? It would take you like 10 years to drive around all the stores and try to get it all, even if you could find it all. So it would, so yeah, sometimes you just gotta wait an extra day. It is what it is, and stay patient. So I had to wait an extra day because some of the stuff I looked and it said it was arriving, and then it like pushed it back a day. I was like, well, it's coming tomorrow. There you go, and that's all you can do. Well, like I said, that's why I was like 80% hooked up, and now it's completely all set up, guys. So it looks sweet. And I was got working out there, and I am looking forward to being out there full time. It's going to be so much fun, and we're going to destroy the market. Trust me. And you guys can tell how zoned in I'm getting right now, and I think part of it is because I've been out there. Again, I can do the shows with no problem down here, but the rest of the day I can't be down in the basement. I need to be outside, and that was the solution right there. I promise you. So there's always a solution to every problem, and you just got to kind of think it through and figure it out. And yeah, that's why I went ahead and ripped that shed apart and did it. I knew it would be well worth it. I could see the vision of it and it working out, and it is. So Lulu right here working out, and another one we were super early on, Luis Rodriguez. So there you go with that. UNH we talked about that one, we were early on. And HUM, I mean, who played that one as perfect as you can? I mean, Luis Rodriguez brought this to the table right here, and I said, let that pull back to the 20, and then it's going to set up and run. I mean, could you do it any more perfect than that? And there you go. So that one played out pretty nice, HUM. So this is like I'm saying, exactly. I've been getting really zoned in. I can feel it, guys, and when I do, holy cow, I can destroy the market, as you can tell. And now it's all about really locking them in, trading smart, and I already have that down as well. So you put them both together, and then you just go and crush the app. You just destroy the market, and the market's been one of the markets where you can destroy it, whether it's going up or down, because it's moving, and that's all you need. You just don't want it to be flat, even if it stays flat for a month, and we might see some pullback, like I'm saying. There'll be enough movement around there with Trump. Will catch the sectors and which ones are popping and play them accordingly. So it will be great, I'm telling you. And that's what we're looking at. And yeah, bull was up a little bit more. Just look, keep an eye on this tomorrow, like we were talking about, getting to the 50 and just getting set up into that channel. So just keep an eye on that one as well. NAREB, we did look at it, and it did pull back, but that one could be a really good setup rolling up there. So I'm going to watch that one tomorrow, John. And Bitcoin, we'll do crypto in a minute. I'll go through these bad boys, and we'll see what crypto's doing. Let's see. L2L for BNRG, good old Bren Miller. Let's see what that's up to. Good old Bren Miller. Oh, that's getting set up. You're right there, Mr. Drawdown. That is looking pretty good. Let's look at Bren Miller right there. BNRG. I want to write that one down. That's looking pretty good. So definitely a good one right there. Stock Authority. If you talk Stock Authority, let him know I asked. L2L for cheapies. BNRG. Stock Authority is a good dude. I do talk to him pretty often, actually. On X, we message back and forth. He's always shooting me over ideas. I try to shoot him over some ideas, and good dude. Like I said, I had followed him before I ever started posting, so I always knew that he had decent picks because I had only followed like a handful of people, 6, 7 people back then, and he was definitely one of them. So there you go. And yeah, he's a good dude. I talked to him, and he's really cool. So GRYP running in after hours. We definitely looked at that bad boy, and I did tell you to keep your eye on it. GRYP, and that is the Trump crypto one. And it was cruising up there in the after hours. You don't see it here. I keep forgetting to hit up Finviz folks and see what's going on with the after hours. I'll try to remember after the show, and I'll shoot them a quick email, see what's going on, see when that's going to be all ready to rock and roll there. So GRYP definitely running up there, and that was a good one. And let's see. Laptop Travel said, "Good evening, traders. Very cautious about going into this long weekend. The big beautiful baby feud rages on, and the big beautiful bill, I believe, got passed through as well. Did it not? Let's take a look and see. Does it say Asian shares dip as Trump revives tariff threat? Big banks boost payouts after acing Fed stress tests." And stock futures are flat after investors sell tech names to start the second half of 2025. And sweeping U.S. fiscal bill advances, rate path stays murky. S&P 500 sees its first golden cross in more than 2 years. Here's what comes next. So again, where was the argument for the rates to not be changed and lowered before? As a matter of fact, let's just see something on the poly market real quick and see what's going on with them bad boys. We do like to look at these. So let's see. Here's our remember we were looking at them before. Here's July. How we go right to August or September. What happened to August? We skipped a month there. Anyway, there's I have no idea. Where is it? September, July, September. Anyone see that on here? Because I see October. What the hell? No, that's not it. I have no idea. I think they got rid of August. They don't like it. I don't even see it. That's so bizarre. That's really weird, to be honest with you. But anyway, we'll just look at July. Um, and yeah, this 25% increase looks like that's going to be happening here. It looks like it's trying to curl up pretty hardcore there. Here we'll look. Here's September. Oh wait, there is no August decision. That's why there isn't one. That makes more sense. And this one right here, and that blue is looking really good. That 25% increase. So yeah, that no change. So yeah, you're going to see one in September. That's for sure. No doubt about it. You're definitely seeing one in September. I mean, there's no doubt about that. This one could change. It basically saying there's another 25% decrease right there in October. And but we'll keep an eye on that and see if it's going to change. And at the very end of this month, July 30th, which is my little guy's birthday right there. Yeah, I'm telling you, it says no change right there, but this thing could be dipping down, guys, and that 20 is coming up. We could be meeting here, so we'll be keeping an eye on that one. That's for sure. That's going to be interesting, no doubt, especially as Trump applies that pressure. I know that. So yeah, definitely keeping an eye on that stuff right there. I love that stuff, right? I love them poly market charts during the election. That might have been one of the coolest and funnest things ever, especially the popular vote, and especially the morning of the election when it was 75-25 Harris to Trump. And I was like, there's no way that thing's jumping off a cliff and Trump's going to win 100%. And boom, there you went. It just totally went that way. Just from that chart, you could tell it was quite impressive. And so yeah, I tried the football games don't really set up as well as the economy does, to be honest with you. I've looked at them all and I was like, man, if the football game set up like this, I can ace like the NFL, but they don't set up until like as the game's going. It's kind of weird. And but I guess it makes a lot of sense because it is a sport, and that's why sports betting is different than the stock market. Anyway, here we go. Let's keep it cruising. And Estee Lauder right here, that did keep going up and up another hitting that resistance. So be careful up there, but that was a beauty. And that CIFR, Cipher Mining, somebody was talking about this. I forget who it was. And we had been looking at it since back on that dip right there. And I remember someone kept bringing it up. I wish I remembered who it was. And I was saying, well, it's trying to get set up there. Well, there you go. That's why I was trying to get set up, because it ran up there. And SNES, we had definitely been watching for a while. And Again, Ben from trading story trading was all over that bad boy. He talks to the CEO, he interviews him, and I'm pretty sure the CEO or the company pays Ben as a sponsor. So there you go. That's how I knew about that. And here we go. And plug right here was pulling back a little bit today. We were talking about it. Did run up a little bit in the towards the after hours there. It didn't look as bad. Looks like a little healthy pullback. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one. And DAIC, that looks like almost a shell company right there. Information technology in the US. Not sure what's up with this thing. It looked like it popped up there in the after hours, is what it looks like to me on that, but we'll look at it over here. And let's see, 509 to 13 something. It's at 999. Take a look at this in the morning, guys. It looks like it's going to keep some momentum. It's an odd one right there, DAIC, but that one over 100% in the after hours, and we'll keep an eye on that in the morning. That one could be running up some more in the morning right there. NRGTI pick up the Laptop Travel has some call options on this one, and it doesn't look bad. Like I said, it looks like more or less some healthy pullback. We're watching these things as they hit that MACD, so we'll see if it wants to get through right there. And let's see, wasn't there a warrant on RGTI? That I am not sure about. I don't really follow the warrants or anything like that, so I am not sure about that. And let's see, Prime. Let's see what they're up to real quick. PRME, I forget Prime something. Prime Medicine, that's it. And that's not looking bad to crawl back up. Might want to keep an eye on that 4 a.m. crew. And that looks like it might keep some momentum right there. Larry looking good. And BTBT, we looked at this last night, and it did look pretty good to continue its way up. And it did jump up some more today. I did see that. It's hitting that resistance. Could curl up a little bit more tomorrow, but then you better be careful. And again, tomorrow's the last day of the last full day of the week. So just be very careful right there, and trade smart, lock in those profits. And SPY will wreak havoc next week. Too many puts and option flow about to get burned, Mr. Drawdown was saying. MBIO, let's see what's going on with that one. We were looking at that before. Mustang Bio, I was trying to think of the name, and I remember it had run like a Mustang. That's how we had talked about it. And boom, that one went from bottom to top right there. We were not looking at it yesterday, but that was a good one right there. MBIO. Definitely ran some more today. So yeah, I was talking about IBIO, and then we were talking about OBIO, and then you want to throw in MBIO right there to really confuse me with the Mustang, and that one did run today. So watch that one, could run a little bit more tomorrow. LVS is a Vegas one, Vegas Sands, and that one's doing well. Let's see what they're up to today, because that looks like it was running up pretty good there. It certainly was in a good spot, and you might have that run up some more tomorrow. And MGM, that was running up as well today. So the Vegas ones, the casinos are doing pretty good right there. Look at that run up for MGM, not bad right there. And let's see what's going on. Clear and Present Danger movie, and the Wynn was probably up too. That's another Vegas resort, and it certainly was. And that's setting up. These things look pretty good right there. TNON, let's see what that was doing, and that's setting up right there. No catalyst, but it's been creeping up. And this is the one that ran from $4 to a 125 at 4 o'clock in the morning in like 15 minutes that one morning. And I would keep an eye on that. You're absolutely right there. Deep Soul Diving, it is trying to creep up there. So definitely keep an eye on that. And let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what else you guys have. Let me see. REGN, just trying to cruise through here and see what you guys are looking at. REGN, look at that bad boy. I remember looking at that. That got running up pretty well today. REGN, and it's hitting some resistance up there. So we'll have to take a look and see what it wants to do, but it could run up some more into that 50 tomorrow. And again, I don't think Thursday is going to be anything real crazy. So let's have some winners before the weekend. That's right. There will be a couple of them right there, and get crowned because you're awesome. That's funny. Why do I get a crown today? Deep Soul Diving. And let's see what else is going on here. BIIB, let's see what that's doing. BIIB, Biogen, not looking bad. I don't know if it's going to cross through right there tomorrow, Luis Rodriguez, but it didn't look bad today. That's for sure. Moderna right here. That's looking pretty good. I must say, Moderna's not looking bad to try to run up some more. What's Pfizer up to, PFE? And that's looking pretty good. So, yeah, the healthcare sector is looking pretty good right there. Moderna, Pfizer, looking pretty good on them. And let's see what else is going on. Let's see, PRSO. Let's go with that one and see what it's doing, Mr. Drawdown. Or let's look at pros first because I don't even know what that is. PRO. And that thing's curling up, hitting the MACD. Not sure if it'll get through right there, but it is trying to cruise up there. You can see it was a good run. And what did you say? PRSO. I was supposed to do Paraso. I remember doing this one before. PRSO. And let's see. That one is trying to get set up. It's an interesting look right there with that pullback. I have to look at PRSO tomorrow. That one's going to get set up. It just has some good pullback right there. Might want to have to find that low price. And FBGL, I remember looking at this one as well. FBGL, I think Scott had liked this one before. FBS Global, I remember it was a new one. And it's just been kind of running there flat. I'd been watching it there for a little bit. And I'm not so sure it's ready to do anything just yet there for FBGL. And let's see, HWH International doesn't look too bad. That was running up, curling up there, and looks like it's in a pretty good spot. So that one's looking a little better than your FBGL right there. So HWH, keep an eye on that one. And there you go with that. We looked at Wolf and GPUS popped up some more this morning. Oh man, why do I keep doing this? I did that twice today, and I don't ever do that ever. So that's weird. Anyway, GPUS that was popping up today. Hyperscale data. They and that was the aerospace and defense, and it was trying to set up or run up yesterday. I remember it was doing something, and there you go. I was saying watch for it to curl up. It'll run up, but yeah, 149 to 337. It's back to 129. So they do run up fast, guys. And it did pop up this morning. Deep Soul Diving, and let's see what else is going on real quick. Oh, Luis Rodriguez used to do the White Castle murder burgers right there. And I don't have too many White Castles. You're up North Jersey, Luis Rodriguez. So you guys have the White Castles up there. And we do not really have. I think there's like one down here, and it's not exactly where I would like. It's not the closest. So let's put it that way. And defense stocks are setting up right there. And we did look at Lockheed Martin, NOC, and that GD General Dynamics has been going up, and we talked about that one. And exactly the point, or Taco Bell at 2 a.m. So yeah, Taco Bell's the best. I'm telling you, SYTA right here. And let's see what that's doing, Justin. And that had been running up and not looking bad, trying to crawl up some more. Just watch for it get up to that resistance, another dollar up there. So it might have some more room up there tomorrow. So keep an eye on that one. Major stock pick coming overnight, and with the newsletter. So check out. It'll be Laptop Travels pick of the day. So again, keep an eye on Laptop Travels newsletter. I did post out the link, and again, it's like less than like a cup of coffee a day, or like 2 cups of coffee in a month or something. It's like ridiculously low for what he charges, and the content and what he provides is great. So I'm telling you, it's really well, and he does put a lot of time into it, and it's worth it, trust me. And like I said, Sam hit BBAI yesterday from Laptop Travels newsletter, and I'm pretty sure Sam paid for the entire year. Sam's in the Discord and been crushing it in there. I see him in there. So yeah, it's Sam's got it going on, and he's been making some money doing it. So good job, Sam. And Sam was at the Sam went to the Berkshire Hathaway. Always wanted to go to one of me. This story fascinates me right here. I love it. That's why I love talking to everybody. Sam always wanted to go to one of the meetings. He goes to the meeting, and Warren Buffett retires. He was there while he retired, and nobody knew what was happening. So that's pretty cool stuff right there. I mean, that's definitely history. And yeah, Sam got to be a part of it. So cool stuff. And like I said, I do enjoy talking to everybody. As you can tell, I always respond. So ever have a question or anything, feel free to DM me on X. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. And I try to decipher through all the spam. It's ridiculous, and try to answer everybody. So if I don't answer you, it probably got lost in spam. And I try to go through it like every day, because there's always something lost in the spam. And I try to reply to everybody. So again, any questions, hit me up. Any questions about the Discord, let me know, or even the Trend Spider or anything else. So all kinds of good stuff going on. And I did post um, a special thing for the Discord. I forget exactly what it was. I posted. I think I even have it pinned up on my X account. So there is like a promo code. I think for like the 1 month for this week, or for 4th of July special or whatever. And again, the Trend Spider has a good 4th of July special. So I'll post all of them out. I'll put a good little tweet together if anyone's interested in any of that good stuff in the Laptop Travel newsletter. So I'll post out all the links, and you guys can check them out on all the discounts, because that's when the best time to get things are on the holidays in this industry. It seems like there's always great discounts. So there you go. And let's see what else is going on here. Invest in travel. AC working out in my shed. Oh man, it's like 70 degrees. It's too cold in there. I had to actually turn up the AC because it was too cold in there. So yeah, it's cranking. Everything's perfect in there. It's working great. And oil has to come back. That industry has a lot of money, power, and influence. You're absolutely right about that. And that RBNE, that's going to get set back up. We'll let it get set up there. And TMDE right here, this will get set back up as well. So I was keeping an eye on them already. Oil starting to bubble again. It's not ready yet, but we'll be keeping an eye on it, and see the setup pics. And let's see. Oh yeah, I'll definitely be posting them out tomorrow. I'll shoot a video real quick, and you guys can see what it looks like inside. It's pretty dope. And here we go. However, let's see what's going on. Webull is not intuitive. Deep Soul Diving and Switchbox. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, that's what them things are called. The switch, or yeah, that's what exactly, Robin. You got it. I was talking about the Ethernet switch, and that's exactly what it is. A switch box, not a splitter. It's called a switch. A splitter will actually, you can take like one Ethernet in and then plug like two of them, and they'll kind of run together. And the switch box will actually, you plug one Ethernet in, and then you can plug like 4 or 5 in, and they each have their own like line, like dedicated. Boom, it's all fast. So that is the much better way to go. Switch box. Thank you, Robin. That's what it is called. And Laptop Travel does use Starlink now, and he's just waiting on his Optimus robot to be delivered to take care of his yard and housework. That would be great, huh? And that will definitely make everybody lazy. Mr. Drawdown Robot isn't going to clean the house, let alone a yard. You don't know that, Mr. Drawdown. They got these things. They're trained these things to do everything. It's kind of crazy. So it's wild what you're going to be seeing come out in the next 6 months and the next year. Like I say, I always get a nice little sneak peek, and shit's wild. I told you about the video stuff, and you're already starting to see it. I'm telling you. So you're not even going to know who's doing live things and not, because the video content's going to be so good. It's crazy. And so there you go, that BNRG and WFF. I know we looked at that last night. I remember checking that out, WF Holding, and that is coming down. That one could have a little bounce up. I would keep an eye on that one right there. That one don't look too bad. And let's see Michael Anthony hopping on here, and Clove going into the Russell 3000, and that is at Clover Health right there, CLOV. And this one used to be a big one, and then I remember they, like, I don't know if they went bankrupt, something major happened, and this thing went down into the pennies. I remember smashing it out of the park for like 500+%, and that was a while back ago. I mean, that had to have been like 6, 7 years ago, probably. I don't remember exactly when, but I do remember that happening with Clover Health, CLOV. And it is trying to crawl up. It's not ready yet, but it will be getting set up right here, as you can see down there, trying to get set up, and you can see it trying to. So I'll look at it tomorrow. It's looking a little better. Not sure if it will do anything tomorrow or this week, but we'll be watching it. And Pfizer announced a 43-cent dividend last week, running hard past that 25. So there you go with Pfizer. And again, that was looking good. And so was Moderna, whatever it was, MDN. What the fuck is Moderna? I got mRNA. Sorry, I couldn't even think of it. mRNA, that one's looking good too. My brain was just cooking there. I couldn't even think of it. And anyway, Clove right there. Like I said, we're gonna keep an eye on that one. And let's look at Onco. I know we looked at it, Jason, but we'll look at it again because I completely forgot what we said. I know it did reverse split there. It is curling up, a little healthy pullback today. Let me see what it looks like here. And I would probably say it's going to hit that 20 and bounce back down. I don't think it's just ready yet. So we'll look at that one going into next week and stay on a chart longer than a second. I drive Michael Anthony insane how fast I run around. He's where do you live, Michael Anthony? I picture you being in Florida, but like living like you're like laid back, really laid back, like the like being out in the middle of the country would be or something. I don't know. That's how I picture you. That's so funny because you always say I talk so fast and stay longer on a chart. I do fly around. I don't know. I'm telling you, my brain just goes nutty. It's just like I don't even think when I'm doing the show. I just go. And if I thought about it, it probably wouldn't be a good show. It would probably just suck because I would be sitting here like, but yeah, so I just don't think about anything and just let it go. And that's why the list works because I just can go through the list and you guys help out and it makes the show flow and work out well. So it all works for a reason. I don't know why, but there you go. But anyway, here we go. LVS will fall and many will fall at the top. Oh, I'm telling you, there's so many of them at that top range that are coming down. And that's what I've been talking about. LVS looking pretty good, though. It will run up a little bit and then they're all going to be falling down. They've been running up a little longer than I thought they would want to. And, and Michael Anthony said he can't write down anything that I go too fast. All right. You know what you do, Michael Anthony. So follow me on X, right? Or Stock Twits. I post out the list every single day. I always take a picture of of the the list that we go through, and a lot of people do. They print it out real quick, and then they just sit there and take notes with it, and that's why I do that. So yeah, you can easily just kind of print it out and follow along that way. It's way easier than trying to jot them down. Then you know exactly which ones we're going through. So anybody just tuning in new, greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. We do the show every night at 9 p.m. We also do a pre-market show at 7 a.m. But the list that we go through, I compile a list. I ask every night what you guys want to look at. And then we drag a couple over from the night before, and then we see what else is looking good. We throw it all together on a watch list, and we go through it each night. And then obviously, the laptop travel gives us a great list. Jolie's jams always stay the same. And then we go through our Spy Mag 7 and some other big caps that we like, some bigger ones like the semiconductors and things of that nature, and matter and stuff like that. We do that same list each night. So we always do that same list. And then, yeah, whatever you guys want to see. So we just kind of cruise around. But if you want to see the majority of the list, I do print it out and I or post it out. And you guys can just kind of keep track like that. And then obviously everything that you guys are posting, I just kind of cruise through and talk about. So I just kind of make the show go along, and it's a group effort here. So that's how we do it. So that's Michael Anthony. Probably your best bet is to do that. And I always post it out about an hour before Laptop Travel usually sends me his list right around 8 o'clock. So I jot that down. I take a quick picture and then I post it out on StockTwits and X. And I also post out the link for the YouTube on StockTwits. I don't post it out on the X because the X feed just pops up there and you guys can hop on. So, and if obviously if you like YouTube, you just hop on the YouTube. So I do see a lot of people hop on YouTube, a lot of people on X, and thank you very much, everybody. So that's how it really works. So if you are new tuning in, that's how the show goes, and we do it every single night. We don't miss many nights. I did say tomorrow night we might skip it because I'm going to take my little guy to a concert, but again, it's a slow holiday week, so I don't expect to miss anything. And I'll hop on Thursday morning, so we make sure we cover the market, know what's going on, and I'll be posting in the Discord as usual. And they've been pretty bangers in there. So there you go. Crowns is a part of YouTube enhancements to encourage following. I didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. Crowns. How the hell do you do that? How do you get a crown or something? You have to tell me about that. Laptop Travel, and somebody else was talking about, was it Mr. Drawdown or Deep Soul Diving? You guys got to fill me in on that because I had no idea. And what's the cost of that promo with the story trading? I have honestly, Laptop Travel, I have no idea. I didn't really do any of the I never made any of the pricing because Ben and them did it. So I just know that the link, and I never even look at it. I think it's like $70 or $80 per month, and obviously they offer discounts if you sign up for 3 months, 6 months, or a year, and they give you more discount. And then the promo, and then the whatever the promo was, I posted it out. I forget exactly what it was. I'd have to look, and I think it was here. Let me go back so I can tell you guys because I have no idea. And let's see, 1 year. Oh, okay. So the promo code is 1 year. So 1 year, one word. So just write 1 year in there, and it'll give you 20% off the recurring on the basic 1 month plan. So that is what Rhett had told me. And so yeah, 1 year is what the promo is. So if you want to, here you go. Boom. I think I posted it, right? Yeah, there you go. 1 year. There you go. So I just posted it right there. You guys can see and see that. And like I said, if you are interested or have any questions, just let me know. And I'd be more than glad to help you out with that. And yeah, I am not sure what the crown is. So yeah, DM me and let me know what the heck you guys are talking about because I have no idea what you guys are talking about. And yeah, interesting crown. BK, that's what I'm thinking. Deep salt diving. Exactly what I started. When you guys were talking about crowns, I pictured like going to Burger King as a kid and putting the crown together. That's what I started to picture, and we were on the same page, I guess. But yeah, I have no idea what you guys are. The crowns are a new little icon next to our names in the YouTube chat. Yeah, I got to figure that out. I see like a star right there. I'm not even sure what that does. So yeah, I have to check that out, guys. I'm not exactly sure, but I will. Yeah, I'm not sure what I just did now. I'm just messing around with stuff. Yeah, I'll look into it and see what's going on with the crowns, and you guys can have some crowns for sure because you guys deserve them. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. Let's see what else is going on right here. Hold on, I skipped a bunch. Let me go back up because I was looking at the crown stuff. And let me see. Let me go through and see what's going on over here. HWH was a reverse split. Let me see. Was it reverse splitting? Let's see. It didn't say anything. I'm not saying it's not going to, but there you go. That's announces when the hell does it? They announced it in February. When's it doing it? It did it way back then. So yeah, that was a long time ago. That was like in February. I don't see anything new for that. And you do see that back there in February 24th. But that one's not looking too bad, that HWH now. So keep an eye on that thing. And let's see what else is going on right here. White Castle, good old Chicago. Check insider buys. That could help you better than any chart. Nah, insider activity isn't that great, to be honest with you. The charts tell you everything, Mr. Michael Anthony. Haven't you noticed yet? I mean, what do we ever get wrong on this show? I mean, there isn't much. I'm not going to say we're perfect, we're pretty damn accurate with the entire. I mean, look at what the SPY did today and Apple. I've been telling you guys, it's exactly what was going on. And we're always early too. So yeah, insider activity, none of that matters. I say it all the time, Michael Anthony. The name of the company doesn't matter. None of it matters. What the insider activity is, what the fundamentals are, or what the money is, none of it matters. You know why? Because I can see it all on the stock chart right here. As I look at HWH, I can tell you everything about the company. And you guys know I've pointed out companies before they go bankrupt. I say they're going to go bankrupt. Big Lots, I did it with multiple companies right in a row. Boom, ba boom, ba boom. It was a piece of cake. No one was even talking about bankruptcy, and I had mentioned it. And yeah, the chart tells you everything. That's what I've tried to tell people for 20 years. And now I obviously doing it for over 20 years. You see things that, just jump out at you. I say that all the time. Things just jump out at you. But yeah, there's no numbers, there's no letters, there's nothing on here but candles, and you can tell everything going on with the company. They never fool me, that's for sure. And I tell you everything going on in the world events and everything else, any major event, I call that out prior to it happening. Everything, everything, everything. I've called more 100%ers. Let's put it this way, Michael Anthony. I probably called more 100%ers than everybody combined. I call last year, I posted 80, over 80 of them. I posted over 80, and that's not counting the ones that we called on this show, probably over 250 more. The last 5 years, I've destroyed the market on average. I called so many 100%ers that I call more than one a week on average. And nobody's doing things like that. I mean, it's not even close. So yeah, there's no one. And I'll be honest with you, the only person that comes relatively close, and it's the only reason why he does, is because he catches momentum plays every morning. And I think he has a big following, so they get pumped up, is Tim Skies. He might be the only one that could be even close to me, guys. And again, he's not calling these things out early. He's catching them that morning. We call them out like 2-3 weeks before. It's not even close. I promise you, it's not even close. Ben's really good at seeing the setups, but he's not calling them out 3 weeks early either. He's coming in and catching them right as they go, which is beautiful because you're not waiting on them either. But yeah, he sees what's happening. But again, we catch these things 2-3 weeks early. Guys, I called the assassination attempt for Trump. I mean, nobody on the planet was calling anything like it, and nobody on the planet was calling the election as perfect as I did. Nobody for 3 months said it was going to be one of the biggest landslides in the country's history. And I said the charts are saying it, guys. And you guys know, if you listen to the show and follow, you guys absolutely know 100%. I said exactly that. I said everything that goes on. So yeah, none of it matters, Michael Anthony. I tried to explain this to you before. You keep saying this matters and check insider buy. I don't know when you're going to understand that. None of it matters. The only thing that matters is the stock chart. I've been saying that for 20 years, and I know for a fact as soon as the Trump assassination attempt happened, I was like, well, that's a done deal. 100% guaranteed that the money knows every single time something's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind now. So there's no lying on a stock chart. They do get manipulated, but I point that out as well. So yeah, there is nothing, Michael Anthony, that can come even close to what the stock chart tells you. And there's no one even close on the planet that's done what we've done on this show. And I promise you, I follow the market like the back of my hand. I've been doing it for over 20 years. There's no one even close to it. I'm telling you right now, no one's even close. Like I said, you probably add up everybody's 100%ers, and they probably still won't even equal what I've called in the last couple years. So yeah, and I've been doing this for 10 plus years, telling my buddies. And like I said, Rich has been telling me, Rich Davis from Covino, been telling me for over 5 years to do a show like this. So I've been doing this consistently for that long. And again, calling out world events like this for years, guys. For over a decade I've been doing it and telling my friends. So yeah, it's not even remotely close. And there's no one can even argue that the stock charts don't tell you way more than the fundamentals. And I can give you a good example of why. When the market gets crazy, the only thing that matters is the stock charts, and the fundamentals mean nothing. Fundamentals mean a lot when you want to look at a long-term company and know if a company is going to be good or not. We're not looking at any of that. We're finding 100% poppers, what's moving the next day, and that's all that you really. And again, guys, this is a totally different market. You're not buying Apple like you used to and making millions of dollars. It's not the way the market works anymore. I think Nvidia was the last one that you were going to do. You might catch a couple of these, these computer hardware, quantum ones, and AI stocks like that obviously are going to make money. Don't get me wrong, but there's things. Investing is not long term like it used to be. The market's changed way too much with the 4 a.m., all the apps, and everything else. It's not a long term investing type of market. Long term, maybe 2-3 months. And you're going to be hitting tops and coming back down to where you bought them at. So you can't be in them forever. You have to be trading these things now. It's a totally different market. So you can't really look at it like that either. You got to really pivot and know the trends and keep up with it. That's why we've done so well. We always keep up with the trends. We always know when to pivot and what to do. And again, I was the one to get FinViz to change their charting from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. Nobody else was really bothering them about it. And now they've changed all kinds of great stuff. So I gave them a little boost, and then they went wild and just started changing everything. Hopefully they'll get the after hours fixed too. But yeah, I mean, you guys know what we do on this show is pretty wild. And again, I watched the other show. The only show that's really crazy and we call everything perfectly. Listen to the small cap show on Monday. I mean, holy cow! Yesterday, I literally told you guys on that show, IWM was setting up the pop. That thing was up over $4 today. It opened up at 214. It got up to 220, and that was a call yesterday on the show. So again, these charts just don't lie, Michael Anthony, and I've proved it for so long that it's not even a question. I don't think anybody even questions it anymore. It's just they're just not lying, especially after the assassination attempt and the election calls. I think everybody really zoned in and said, "Holy shit, these charts do not lie." And again, after the assassination attempt, I was fully 100. I was always like 90%. Like, yeah, the money always knows, and people are always knowing what's going on ahead of time, whether it's good or bad. And then after that, I said, "Oh yeah, that's 100%." That was inside. You could tell. And if you go back and listen to what I said that week of the assassination attempt, there is no denying what I said. I mean, like I said, I'd go testify at the Supreme Court. You couldn't argue with what I said. And then I broke it all down exactly what the charts were telling you what was going to happen. But I was calling it a month before with the banking system and everything else and the aerospace and defense. And again, the money was just moving too much. You could see what was going on. It was as clear as day. It was like me watching a movie. I don't watch movies and TVs. This is like my movie right here, is watching stock charts unfold. And again, I know exactly what's going to happen. I can look at them and tell you. And you guys can tell I look at these things good 3 months in advance, and we nail them pretty accurately all the time. I may have like 3 weeks, I say, out of the year where they trick me. And I mean, if you're doing 52 weeks and you're now in about 49 weeks out of the year, you're pretty damn good. 48 to 49 weeks accurate. And we go through 150 stock charts at a night, and now about 147 perfectly the next day. I'd say you're doing something pretty well. And I guarantee it's not I'm not doing any kind of research on these companies. Again, I say the names of them because I know I can't pronounce them, just for entertainment purposes, so you guys get a good chuckle. So that none of it means anything. But I will tell you one thing: if you listen to the Small Cap Show and you listen to the Godfather and Money Mark, they are great at due diligence. They know their research, they know the companies and stuff. And again, if you're looking to do something long term, 3+ months, you want to know about the company. I don't really care about any of it. I learn a lot listening to them guys on the show. And if I ever have questions about a company, which I just look at the chart, but if I ever am interested, I just ask them guys. They know everything about them. So um, people do the not the technical side, and they still do very well, don't get me wrong, but the technicals tell you every single thing. I mean, it's not even close. And they tell you what's going to happen before it happens. That's how you know. And so the catalysts are coming, everything that's going on before it even happens. And so yeah, it's not even a question that the charts absolutely 100% tell you more than anything else in the market, and it's clear as day. And that's why I've always said if you just learn the charts decent enough and also learn how to trade smart, you will destroy the market. It won't even be close. You don't have to do million hours of research on companies and stuff. It just I don't research anything, guys. I hop on the show, look at these charts, and that's a wrap. I mean, you see what I do, and I told you this before. I would just sit here and scroll through. Like I would hop on here, and then I would go like this. It's on the charts, and I would just scroll right down, and boom, and next page, and then how many? Three. What is there? One, two, three. I'd set it up 5, 6, 7 things of so like 21, 18, 21 sometime charts, and then just go blasting through pages. Like obviously you have 21 charts, you go through 5 pages, you just did 100 of them. I can do that in like less than a minute. So like I said, I could blast through 1,000 charts within a couple minutes right there and pick out the one that's going to pop. And you guys seen me do it before. I do it with sectors all the time. I hop in there and just scroll through immediately fast, and I'll pick out. I'll just open up 3 of them that grab my attention, and usually they're pretty good. Maybe one of them was like, it grabbed my attention, but doesn't look so great as I brought it up. But yeah, I just look at them really fast and tell you what's going to happen. And like I say, the faster I look at them and tell you what's going to happen, the more accurate I am. So if I look at them for 3 seconds and tell you this is going to happen, that's probably what's about to happen. And so yeah, it's kind of crazy. So anyway, I don't think that checking any insider buys is going to help you. And they do have one on here. You can check it. Insider buys is somewheres. I forget where the hell it is here, but they do have something where it does give you insider buys. I forget where the heck is it. Somewhere's on here. You can check out insider buys. I forget exactly where it's at here, and I'm just trying to find it. But yeah, you can look at them, and but again, I don't really look at much like that. So anyway, that's that. And the charts do mean everything in the market, and like I say, after the assassination attempt, it wasn't even a question in my mind, and I've said it on the show. It was 100% guaranteed, and I don't think there's even an argument. Exactly how I said the rate should have been lowered a month ago, and there was zero argument. Now everybody's up in arms and figured that out. This is the same thing, guys. I mean, there was zero argument for what I said. I just happened to be the only person that said it because, again, the charts were lined up and we look at the charts so accurately with aerospace and defense. The banking charts the month before it set up, I was like, something wacky's going on. And I told you what was going to happen, guys. He was going to get assassinated. They were going to shut the banking system down that night. It was already set up to happen. CrowdStrike, remember when it went 3 days later, they could only push it back for so long. People forgot. And, but yeah, it was already set up to go down. So, they were going to cause basically a civil war in our country, and they were perfectly fine with it. And I've said this a million times. They were perfectly fine with it because they knew the Democrats could keep the power. There was no way if they assassinated Trump, there was no way that power was getting changed. They would have kept it in the Democratic Party. That's how crazy it is, guys. You want to talk about politics being crazy, and that's 100% what happened. And I don't care if anybody would love to argue with me, please feel free. You better go back and listen to what I said that week of the assassination attempt before you have a good argument, because it was as clear as day what was going on. And I literally said the country was under attack and you better be worried. And I mean, holy shit, if they had taken them out, you had better been worried because we were going into a civil war that night like that. And you weren't getting your money out of the bank either. So it was going to be wild, guys. And I pointed it out going into it. I said it that week, and then I spelled out exactly what was going on, and CrowdStrike went down. And it was even more clear as they just pushed it back. They couldn't stop it from stopping the banking system. They had already implemented it in all the systems. The only thing they could do is push it back a couple hours, and they did like 36 hours. They got to push it back and then just acted like, oh, yeah, we had a blackout. But yeah, if you remember 3 days after, you couldn't go to the bank and get your money. I remember going there and the bank didn't work. Nothing was working because it was all shut down. That was going to happen the night of the assassination attempt. So there you go. And I'd said it a month before that something wacky was going on with the banking system and something suspicious was happening. Then aerospace and defense had set up. So yeah, these charts, they just tell you way too much, Michael Anthony. And like I said, over 20 years of watching them, there is no argument at all. You can look at all the news you want, but I'm going to see it way before the news. Like I said, if you're seeing it in the news, I'm already selling it for 100% popper, and that's been the way for years and years and years. So there you go with that. And let's see what else. What about the heat? What about heat? What about heat? Out my shed, there is no heat out there. Trust me, it's as cool as can be. And when it's cold, I'll have a little heater out there, so I'll be good. Let's see, Marty, aka Martini. Let's see what this one's doing. That one's trying to get set up CTA right here. But yeah, I definitely only believe in the stock charts, and you guys can see why, because they just don't lie ever. And DAO, I was gonna say that sounds like a China one. It's an education and training services one, and that is getting set up right there. It looks like it bottomed out. We might want to keep an eye on DAO right there, Marty. Not too bad. And ELV, let's see what's going on there with Elvins, Elevance or something. Elevance Health. It's hitting some resistance. I'm not so sure. I was going to say it looked like it just dipped down pretty good. I was going to say I don't think it's getting through that resistance, but it already cheated because I think it already went down in the after hours, and it was saying that right there. If I can type it in right here, ELV. And yeah, it did pull back right there. We'll have to look at that one tomorrow right there. Holy cow, is that, did I do that again? This is crazy. I definitely did. My goodness. That's like the third time tonight I've done this. I don't think I've ever. I did it one night and then I was messing around, and I wasn't messing around. I did it one night and didn't realize it, and I just kept doing the show, and you guys couldn't see anything. That's like the third time I did that tonight, and I don't know why. I keep Xing out of the or making the screen disappear. Whatever. ELV though, let's look at it because I don't even know. Yeah, just pulling back right there, hitting that resistance. I'd have to look at that one. NVO, let's see what Novo Nordisk. That one could be a setup for next week right there. And and Mr. Drawdown said we ain't slow in the South. You know what? I visit my aunt and uncle in Texas, and I swear to God, we go out to eat, and I'm obviously from Jersey, and everything's like, I mean, we wanted everything 5 minutes ago. Let's put it that way. So you're always behind schedule around here, and then you go out to eat, and my uncle, I swear, it literally like takes him an hour to eat. I mean, he just takes his time. It's perfectly fine, but everybody will be finishing dessert. He's still literally eating his entree, and you ain't going nowhere until he's done. The nicest people ever. But yeah, they're on their own time. Like we go down there, and it's just like I'm ready for everything to be moving. I'm like, holy cow! And they come and visit us, and it's hilarious because everything's so damn fast, and they're like, trying to take his plate from him when we go out to eat. And he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm eating like an hour later. He's still eating. And like the wait staff's looking at him like, what is going on with this guy? It's so crazy. But yeah, they're just, they just take their time. It's no big deal with it, but they are a little slower in the South. And come up in this area, New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia area, and you better be moving quick. I'm not gonna lie, because they will just run you right over. If not, you can't even cross the street without even, like, literally everything moves fast around here. You go to a pizza shop, you want your food now. Everywhere you go, it's supposed to be like now, and that's the way you realize it. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. And definitely different ways of life for sure. But yeah, I live in an area where it's very fast paced, obviously. Being in that little between New York and Philadelphia, everything is extremely fast paced around me. Luis Rodriguez knows. He's up North Jersey. I'm closer to Philly. He's closer to New York. And I'm telling you, the entire state. And they are two different places too. Like North Jersey and South Jersey are like two different worlds. There's like being in two different states, to be completely honest with you. But everything just moves so fast. It's wild, guys. I mean, it's just a crazy place to live. I've told you stories about me growing up and doing crazy and working in like Camden and stuff. I'm telling you, it's just a wild place to grow up. You either really adapt and know how to survive, or you just get left behind around here. I don't know. It's not like anyone's waiting on you and trying to help you out. So pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's a definitely a different way of life. And UAMY, remember this one was popping up, that metals and minings, and they're dipping down. So we'll keep watching that dip down right there, and it probably will ride up. I don't think it's ready. It could bounce up there, but I don't think it's really ready to pop up right yet. And Laptop Travel said, Michael Anthony, just play back the YouTube video at 0.50 playback speed, and you'll be good to go. So there you go. You can slow it down. And it's funny you say that. My wife listens to, like, I don't even know, like podcasts, whatever the hell she listens to, but she listens to it sped up. And like, it's just like so crazy when you hear the people talking, and like, it's like, literally like sped up like 0.50, and it's hilarious. But that's funny to slow it. You could slow me down, I'd sound normal. She speeds them up, and they sound normal to me. But yeah, they're definitely talking a little faster. So yeah, there's a good idea right there. You can slow the playback speed down. And UVXY right here, it wasn't looking bad. It's down 3 cents, and again, I think it is getting set up right here, and we're going to see a little pullback, and how much we will have to see. And we'll check out, and let's see. Deep Soul Diving says he replays after if he needs to review some things he missed. There you go, Deep Soul Diving. Yeah, I do. I do go very fast and cruise through, but we do cover a lot, and we do it in about 2 hours. So, and I even talk a little bit. So, yeah, email, and then Laptop Travel. Let me know about the crowns, because I have no idea. And let's see what else is going on. And what, the crowns? Oh, dude, they did the crowns around my way at Burger King for like ever. You know what they did though? They didn't have the employees give them out because they didn't like it. They literally, I remember, they had like the soda machine. They just stuck them right under there, and you just went and got your own crowns. They didn't even let the employees. You could just go take like a stack of them if you wanted to. No one even cared. But yeah, it's pretty funny stuff. But yeah, definitely let me know about the crowns. And now Mr. Drawdown wants onion rings. That's pretty funny. And they're the best. And is there Dairy Queen in the US? Yeah, we do have Dairy Queens. I don't really have Dairy Queen around me very often, but when I travel around, you do see some Dairy Queens. And yeah, and 15 minutes away, Mr. Drawdown said, come over, I'll buy you a Blizzard. There you go. I was going to say, don't they have like a special milkshake? That's what they're called, a Blizzard. So yeah, Dairy Queen does have the Blizzards. There you go. There are some of them. And let's see. I know Burger King, and Burger King wasn't too bad. I don't like their fries though. I think their fries are pretty good. I think Burger King's Whopper's good, and McDonald's fries. So I think that's the combo you need. You need the Burger King Whopper, and then the McDonald's French fries, and you're good to go. And McDonald's ketchup packets are really good too. So if you really want to know, that's like the fast food. That's the meal right there. And but yeah, that's they're the best two things. But again, I just choose Taco Bell because it's way better. Anyway, let's see. Mr. Drawdown says he uses a momentum scanner, pre-market buys. It's a high risk, high reward, absolutely. And obviously, in the early hours, you can see them things pumping up too. A lot of times now. And again, pre-market's at 4 a.m. It used to be at 7 a.m. So it's a whole different market, guys. It's way different. And let's see. Let's see. It's interesting when I notice all my charts droop or perk up at the same time. Deep Soul Diving, absolutely. And that's exactly what you look for in different sectors. You look for them setups. Luis Rodriguez said, Dougie, you're a stock whisperer. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. And a stock chart whisperer. Like I said, I can literally feel these things. I've been doing it for so long. Like I said, I feel like I'm in the matrix with my chart, but I literally can feel them. And that's how I knew I was not in the zone while I was trading, because I just wasn't feeling it. Like I could tell. And then I'd go outside and be like, man, I feel so much better. Like I could really like make good decisions and trade better. And that's what was going on. And like I said, I'm down in a basement. Like it's it's a beautiful basement. I have it all finished. It's nice, but again, I have it, so I have to take a picture of it. I had to, like, the lighting took me like months to figure out. So it's just a pain in the ass to get all that stuff right, I guess. when you're not like in a real professional studio. And so yeah, it took me like months to get the lighting, the sound right. So when I got all that right, I was like, I'm not changing anything. And it is a little bit dark down here, so it isn't the best place to let your mind explore, I guess, and be able to really be the best that you can be in a dark spot. And especially with my brain injury, it's definitely different. I probably was fine before, but my life is different now. But anyway, there we go, and that's why we watch Finger Red. Yeah, right. And Deep Soul Diving, and I appreciate Mr. Drawdown says he watches because I'm a great guy, and he'll lose money as being an investor. Yeah, I'm telling you, this market's not really an investing market, guys. It's a trading market. So Mr. Drawdown said he lost big with GOEV. And trust me, I've lost plenty big on a lot of them. Staying in them too long. That's where I've realized you just got to be in and out now. It's way too different of a market, so you can't be messing around. Martin, how are you this evening? And I think your name is like Flug something. I don't even know, Martin somebody, but ATAI. Let's see what that's up to. I know we looked at that the other day, and look at that thing cranking up there today. That one's not bad. ATAI, that Life Sciences. I would look at it. It's hitting the MACD. It might not run up more tomorrow, but it has that possibility at 4 a.m. That's when I would be looking at that one. And CTA Simply Managed something. That one right there, it looks almost like it wants to kind of bounce up there. It is going to curl up. Another one, I think you do run up on the curl up right there. I'm not sure it will cross through, so you'll get like a day or two. We looked at that DAO. Is that one that we looked at already, or was that a different one? No, that was an education. I think it was this one. I'm not even sure. But this one is trying to get, yeah, it was this one. This one is trying to get set up. I do want to keep an eye on that. And NVO right here, Novo Nordisk, we looked at. And this one is trying to, and another one, you'll probably get a little run up on that curl up, but probably won't get through. So there you go. And yeah, I don't care about fundamentals at all, Mr. Drawdown. And like I said, they kind of mean nothing. If you want to really know about the company, fundamentals come into play, but the charts tell you everything. I can kind of even see long term. You guys know. I mean, I tell you what's going to happen 3 months from now. Just from looking at the charts, they tell you exactly what it's going to do. And then but again, the market's so different too that you're not really trying to look at a year out anymore. You almost have to do it in 3 month increments, and do it, each quarter, because if not, you get too far ahead of yourself and things change too fast, and the market's just entirely different. So that is why I do it that way now. I obviously used to do it differently, but it's kind of just pivoting and keeping up with what the trends are, and knowing. And again, the 4 a.m. thing and getting Finviz to change was huge, because again, it's just keeping up with the trends, the patterns, and knowing how the market really operates. And if you know how it really operates like that, that's how you can really crush it. So that's why we keep up on things the way we do, and make sure we know exactly what's going on. So that is why I don't think the fundamentals really mean much, except if you're really a long termer. And again, like I say, the Godfather, Money Mark on the Small Cap Show, they're great at it, guys. They're so good at it, and they'll tell you if you want to see technicals, talk to me. Money Mark often asks me what things are looking like. He knows the fundamentals of a company. That sometimes they definitely want to know what the technicals look like. And again, I go off of all technicals and don't really care what the fundamentals even look like, because the technicals kind of just tell me what the fundamentals are going to be. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, it is nice to know about the company for sure. Like Ben knew that SNES company. I mean, they knew what the company was doing with the whole rat thing, the whatever the heck it's called. I can't even think of it. What the heck is it called? What the heck? Birth control. That was it. So they knew all about this company with the birth control of rodents and stuff. And yeah, it's obviously has a solid story behind it, and that's why it keeps running up. But I mean, I looked at the chart and knew, and he had asked me a few times, and I was like, yeah, that thing keeps wanting to run up. It looks good. So again, the chart will tell you, but it is nice to know about the company if you're involved in it and trying to stay in it. But we don't generally do that. We're in and out, so I don't really worry about the companies too often unless I am really going to stay in it. But that's not very often. So that's what I look at and how we do it. And again, you can just tell early with the stock charts way earlier than the fundamentals, because obviously they can't give you the fundamentals ahead of time or be insider trading. I can tell what the setup is. The money's already moving, guys. It was doing it during the assassination attempt. It's always moving ahead of time. So it's just bizarre, and that's what's always kept me fascinated for over 20 years in stock charts, because of that exact thing, and just watching this money move and seeing the way that things play out, and you're like, holy shit, that's pretty bizarre how that works. And so yeah, it always does work that way. Mr. Drawdown, you're great at reading the stock charts, no emotion. Thank you very much. And yeah, and then like I say, I just look at these things, I take my emotions completely out, and I just give you an honest look at what's going on. Obviously, at nighttime they're not going to change, but during the daytime, 10 minutes later, they can change. And you've seen me post on X many of times before, something setting up, and 10 minutes later it takes a pullback, and I'll even write and be like, well, I guess that didn't want to do what I thought it was going to do. I always tell you, no one's going to be perfect. If they tell you are, they're insane, because you'll never get it perfect. But we are pretty damn accurate. And the other thing is really owning up and taking responsibility for what you're doing. So, I always do that. And if I see something wrong, I'm the first one to admit it, that I didn't see it right. I mean, it's not that hard to admit that you were at fault for some, or even wrong, or see something. You can't be perfect all the time. You're a human being. So that's the way we attack the market. And yeah, if you do it the right way, you can do very, very well, obviously. And like I said, we're going to do it the right way in the Discord and just destroy it. But we do have a great time on the show, pick everything out. So if you watch the show and follow along, you would have known. I mean, if you'd watched last night or this morning, you knew the SPY was coming down and Apple was going up. I mean, it wasn't, that crazy. The only laptop trial, I'm glad you just said that. The only insider buying that we watch is congressional insider buying, because they know ahead of time. They're the only ones, and I was thinking that already. The only ones that I would care about is literally Pelosi, and she doesn't even matter anymore. So you notice that her stock picks haven't been amazing lately. She's not really doing anything inside the White House, getting insider information. How bizarre, isn't it? She was like the greatest stock picker in the history of the world. She was smoking me, I could tell you that. And now all of a sudden, she ain't doing shit. I mean, isn't that amazing? If I was getting fed that kind of information with my chart skills, holy shit, guys, it would be a whole. I remember I would say that before. It would be a whole different planet. And so yeah, that's what you had going on there. And yeah, they're the only ones I'd be looking at for insider information, and see who's insider buying right there, because they obviously always know what's going on. They knew the video was flying. They knew everything. And again, I followed Pelosi. I did that on the video at $180 before it reverse split. It went to 1,300. Guys, go back and look. I had it at 180.50 cents, and that's where I called it at. And it ran up to 1,300, then reverse split, went up some more, and then obviously that's where it's at right now, is wherever it is. But yeah, I had that bad boy at 150, so now it's at 153. But yeah, $180.50 is where I called it before it went to 1,300, based off of Nancy Pelosi. You can go back and see all the posts I had posted. So that's how it works, guys. And so yeah, there you go. And let's go. Boiling away all the fluff. It really comes down to the old age. Follow the money. Charts are a graphical way to track the money flow. That's all it is, guys. I'm telling you. And insider ownership's why IOTR will pop. And again, we can follow that bad boy. We followed it, and we'll know exactly when it's ready. You'll see the setup happen, and you don't have to be in it that early either. So yeah, you can know that they have a ton of insider whatever buying and this and that, but I'll know exactly when it's ready to run, so I won't even have to put my money out there ahead of time. We can nail it right when it's ready. So that's the beauty of the stock charts and seeing how accurate they are. Obviously, you'll never be perfect, but for the most part, we nail everything. So that is why the stock charts are that important, and I base everything off of it, and you guys can see we're pretty accurate. So, let's see, a stream of consciousness chart readings use the part of the brain that knows the like intuition, split second pattern recognition, like the book Blink describes as actually absolutely deep soul diving. And again, I've often said if you would have told me I was on the spectrum as a kid, I wouldn't be surprised. They obviously just didn't call it that. I've always looked at patterns and things like that and seen things differently. If you'd given me a problem, I'd always have a different solution than everybody else in the room. It's just the way I've always looked at things, always in a different way. And again, I've been investing and running businesses for over 20 years, since my teenage years. And so, yeah, I just look at things differently. I have a very business way of looking at it, but also I zone in on these charts and patterns, and I've always been doing that. So it's I guess it's one of them benefits to the stock charts. But yeah, that's what had always pulled me in, was the fascination of how these things just run, and you can see everything happen, and it's just amazing to me, and what kept me in it for so long. And again, I told you guys I've made every mistake a million times. I should have quit the stock market like 10 times already 10 years ago, but somehow I'm insane, and I just was obsessed with stock charts. And I wasn't even really obsessed before with really trading great. I was more obsessed with learning stock charts and being able to pick them perfectly. Don't ask me why, because then you had to learn how to trade them. And again, I learned how to do that, and that's when it really made a huge difference. And that's when you can really obviously make life-changing differences right there. But again, that's why I tell you guys, if you learn to read the charts somewhat good, you don't even have to be that great at it, but know how to trade smart. That's why I tell you, learn how to trade smart's way more important, because we can pick all the bottoms, we can pick all the ones that are going up, but if you can't execute it right, then they're useless. And I used to say it all the time, you can pick all the 100%ers you want, but if you don't trade them smart, they are useless. And I've seen it happen a million times. And like I said before, I've picked more 100%ers than probably everybody combined. So I definitely know, but I've definitely done well with them as well. So I know how it works. And yeah, it's a lot of experience, and that's why we can destroy the market, and we do it all the time, guys. I mean, like I said, I just look at these charts, I feel it, and sometimes I literally feel the chart. Like, it's the most bizarre thing. And I just say I'm like one with the stock charts. You take your emotions out, and you just let your brain see what it sees, and just let it go. And that's the beauty of this thing. And that's what we do. So there you go. Same experience out of McDonald's in Virginia. Waiting for your orders, like watching paint dry. You're absolutely right, Luis Rodriguez. I travel around, and I swear to God, it's like you go places and you're just like, we're from a place where everything, I'm telling you, we wanted it 5 minutes ago. We expect to walk into a place and like they know our order already and put the stuff up on the counter. Like, that's how we think in this area. I'm not even kidding. Like, we literally are like, all right, here's our order, and we expect to get it within a minute. Like, here's my money, and let me have my order within like a minute or two. I'm telling you, it's bizarre. And it's just the way it works around here. And if you call an order for a pizza, everything's 10 minutes. And if it's not 10 minutes, you're like, what are they doing over there? They're like killing the chickens, and like, it's like, what the hell's happening? Yeah, it's just bizarre. I'm telling you. And when you travel around, you're just like, and again, I'm a pretty patient person, so I don't mind. But yeah, it's just a different way of life. I mean, I'm just so used to everything like this. And you go somewhere and they're nice and relaxed, and they're taking their time. You're like, dude, you wouldn't survive in New Jersey. They would slaughter you. So that is the difference. And how's it going, Daniel Javier Fitz, the after show, but later's on, and they do an after show for CNR and some other shows. Great guys. Knew who they were through Facebook, but got to meet them in Vegas, and they're awesome. And he says he's in Southern Arizona, not as fast here, and listen to the replay slowed down so I could take notes. That's so funny. So there you go. Yeah, I talk extremely fast, so yeah, just slow it down. It's a great idea. Laptop travel and Daniel Javier, great idea. Just slow me down. And Mr. Drawdown, he's definitely laughing with you, Michael. And yeah, I try to make it entertaining. You guys know that. You guys can laugh at me anytime you want. I don't care. And like I said, we just have a fun time on the show. It's a group effort here. I just kind of facilitate it, look at the charts, tell you what I see, and we have a good time. And lately, we just been talking about everything from fast food. This morning, we were talking about the education system and the food system. So yeah, we've taken it from stocks, and now we're just making it a great show. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it, and as long as everybody tunes in and people are staying on, I'll keep going. You guys know that. I'll keep talking. That's why it was amazing to me that I lost my voice in Vegas. I'd never lost my voice before, and I talk like a maniac all the time. I've always talked like this. If you take me somewhere, I will definitely find somebody to talk to. I promise. I'll talk to the person next to me. I'm just always that person. And yeah, it's just the way I've always been. So anyway, here we go. Dairy Queen's very popular in Asia. Had no idea. Because it's so hot. That makes so Wendy's is pretty good. I don't mind Wendy's. That's actually not too bad. Wendy's fries are better than McDonald's. I do like Wendy's actually. So we do have a Wendy's close by, and I will get that. I will pick Wendy's probably over Burger King and McDonald's most times. So, and Asia loves ice cream. Dairy Queen in Asia, and pickup line will be, hey, want to split a there you go. And let's see, GOEV. Let's look at this one. Let's see, all kinds of good stuff going on tonight. Oh, that went to GOVX something, huh? GOVAX. What was GOEV? Wasn't that something before? Or was it this? I don't even remember, to be honest. But this one took a big old dip right there. And there you go. And Martin is on there. And let's see, Arby's, the roast beef buns. Oh, dude, they didn't they have like cheddar buns or something before? I kind of remember. I forget. But something like that. That their sauce was pretty good. I do remember that. The roast beef and cheddar with Arby's sauce. That was pretty good. That's what I used to get back in the day. I do remember that. And we are talking about all kinds of good food here. And a jam ocha shake. I don't even know what that is. What's now? Let's see what that one is. We're all over the place now. We're just talking about food and stocks and everybody. Home builders right here. That's looking pretty good, guys. I'd say put a nail on that one because that one looks really good. That one looks like it's going to run some more. And I don't blame you for loving that chart right there. That does look pretty good. And what is QSR? That's Restaurant Brands. They own Arby's. Let's see. They might own Arby's, it looks like. And that's not looking too bad to run up there. So it's hitting that line. We'll see if it can get through. But yeah, there you go. QSR owns Arby's. I'm hungry now too, Mr. Drawdown. You guys aren't kidding. I'm like, holy cow, I'm looking at the clock. I can't believe it's after 11. We're still just cruising along here. And yeah, I'm definitely getting pretty hungry. I swear I've been hungry. I'm telling you, I quit drinking soda and stuff, and I'm like just eating like an animal, but not gaining weight either. I do have a tough time gaining weight, but yeah, I'm telling you guys, if you do drink soda, definitely quit drinking it. It'll be the best thing you do. I know I've said it a few times, but you will just start eating way healthier. Everything starts like your fruit and vegetable. I'm a big fruit and vegetable person anyway, but I'm telling you, you'll just start eating everything, and you can just tell the big difference that our soda and everything, that corn syrup just is so addictive, guys. It's so bad. It just destroys everything. You know what it is? I think it destroys like your taste buds and everything. It's just so concentrated that our bodies aren't made to have anything that concentrated. So when you concentrate sugar like that, it's just absolutely, it's like literally like cooking cocaine and making crack. You're like literally cooking sugar and making crack sugar. And that's literally what it is. And yeah, it's so crazy. I'm telling you, you can tell a huge difference. So anyway, there you go. Martin said Trump needs me as an advisor. You're not kidding, guys. I say that all the time. You guys know I would get the economy running really smooth, really quick. I mean, it's not even hard. You just got to look at what's going on and then just not manipulate it, but just do the right things. And again, Trump has a plan here that they've been doing shit that I've never seen before. So he has a pretty good idea of what he's doing. He had 4 years at it, 4 years off, and to think about it. And now these 4 years, I've never seen anything like it. But yeah, I should be definitely an advisor for something, that's for sure. And again, it's just the stock charts tell you exactly what's going on all the time. So that is what happens. And trading dumb is a necessary step on the way to trading smart. You're not kidding. You definitely have to make every mistake deep soul diving and stick in the game. And then that's when you can really figure it out. I'm not going to lie, for whatever reason. Every single person that's become successful in trading has figured it out by doing everything wrong and then saying, you know what? And I'll tell you what you have to do. It's real simple. Don't worry about getting to the tops. Just lock in your profits and compound it. It's really that simple. That's trading smart right there. And we already pick them great. So you don't have to worry about that. So, and Mr. Drawdown said he picks great stocks, but myself is a reason profit or loss. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Just lock in your profits. Stop worrying about how high it can go. And again, took me a long time to do it. And once I got there and really figured out that was the ticket, it became the ticket. That's when you start really making crazy money and just printing money, to be honest with you, because you just compound it and just take that a penny a day idea, and it ends up making a lot. Well, if you're compounding and making a couple $100, you start out making $200-300 a day, and then you start compounding them. Now you're making 1,000, 5 grand, 10 grand, and you just keep going, guys. And that's what happens. And of course, you're not going to hit every single pick that you trade, but the other thing that you learn, and what is very important, is learning to get out of a bad trade. So of course you don't pick 100% winners, but you also know how to cut them losses quick. And it's way better to cut them fast than to just keep watching them go down, go down, go down, go down, then reverse split, and then you're never getting your money back. Just cut it out and then take the small loss and make it up real quick. So that's what you have to look for, and that's part of trading smart. So and yeah, Domino's is around me. I don't know who the hell buys Domino's around me. We have like 9 million pizza shops around here, and there's still a couple Domino's. I have no idea how, but it is super cheap, so I'm sure people do buy it. And so yeah, that's pizza on Fridays is always big around here. Would fire a pizza Friday with a pit boss. There you go. That sounds good. And A&W, that sounds good. A&W root beer. We had what the hell were they called? Weber's. We used to have Weber's around here. I don't know if you had them up there, Luis Rodriguez, but we had Weber's, and they were pretty cool. They were like old school drive-in, like basically like a hamburger place, and you get some root beer and stuff, but they kind of are been disappearing too. And Mr. Drawdown, he said he's in the country by the mountains, so there you go. Lost weight drinking. Oh my God, do you lose weight? Well, Mr. Drawdown, let me tell you, I'm a skinny dude, so it always takes me, like, I always had a hard time gaining weight. But yeah, I used to say that was the reason why I would drink soda, for the caffeine and to keep weight on. Every time I stop drinking soda, I lose like 10, 15 pounds that I can't really afford to lose. But this time I just started eating like an animal. And so I didn't really lose anything, but I'm not gaining any weight either, like I said. But yeah, you will lose weight. You will shred weight if you stop drinking soda. Let's put it that way. That shit puts on so much weight. Like 15, you'll probably lose it depending on how much soda you drink. You'll drop like 10 to 15 pounds in like a week or two. Like it's nothing. I'm telling you guys, it's absolutely crazy. So, there you go. And I think Deep Souls even was talking about the best combo. Let's see what's watching a health show that said soda is a liquid poison. I'm telling you, Doge Mama, it is liquid poison. It's so bad now. And like I said, I think it wasn't so bad before. It's always been bad. But the fact that it's just gotten so much worse in these last few years, and you can look at the ingredients from 5 years ago until now. They've added like 15 different types of gum. I don't even know what the hell the gum is, what it does, what we need it for, but the shit can't be good for you. And then that's just the beginning of how much shit. And if, like I said, go to a Mexican restaurant, grab a glass, a Coca Cola in a glass bottle. Look at the ingredients. There's like 10 ingredients of that. You look at ours, there's like 10,000 ingredients, and none of them are good. So it's pretty wild, to be honest with you. And sugar is definitely, and you know what it is. Deep Salt Divings have been sugar free for years. Good for you. Um, you know what it is? It's the corn syrup and stuff. If you're eating like obviously natural sugar and using that, it's not so bad for you. People have been using natural sugar cane forever. And but when you start cooking it and making it like crack like we do and making corn syrup, because essentially what they're doing, yeah, it's not good for you. And neither is cooking cocaine and making crack. It's a lot more addictive than coke. And so yeah, that's basically what you're looking at. And yeah, that's why that shit's so bad. So it is crazy. Dougie Fresh White House picks. There you go. That would be fun, Luis Rodriguez. And Clove, is it going? It is going to set up there, Michael Anthony. I'm with it here. Just let it set up. It probably has like 2 weeks left in it, so it's going to hit this and bounce down a little bit, get set back up. We'll find that low price for you, and we'll let you know when Clove's getting ready to go, and we'll definitely do that. No Weber's. They have Sonics up there. We have a few Sonics. Actually, we have a new Sonic near Chick-fil-A. And yeah, Mr. Drawdown, dude, Mountain Dew is that is like cocaine, dude. Mountain Dew might be the worst soda out of them all, to be completely honest with you. That one is really bad for you. I mean, that shit's got all kinds of bad shit, and it'll rot your teeth away faster than the other ones. Yeah, Mr. Draw, I know we said this the other day, and it's loaded with carbs. I'm telling you guys, Mr. Drawdown, we're going to get you to stop drinking soda. And I just started honestly drinking some organic lemonade from BJ's, and now I just drink a ton of water. And I mean, I drank some water before, but now I'm just drinking a ton of it. And yeah, within like a week, after 2 weeks, you because that sweet corn syrup, that you crave it because you're addicted to it. After you cut it out for like 2 weeks and then you try to drink a soda, it'll be so strong you'll be like, I don't even want this, and you won't even be able to finish a whole one. So if you drink a couple a day, you won't even be able to drink a whole soda after you stop drinking it for 2 weeks, because it'll be so strong for you. And yeah, it's just so bad. Sugar is the carb. You're absolutely right. Sugar turns into carbs and fat. And juice still has sugar. You don't want juice either. I'm telling you, just like a little, like make sun tea or something. Lemonade isn't too bad. Like I said, just don't. Again, if you're using regular sugar, it's not so bad. It's when they start putting all this other shit into it that's just absolutely bizarre and crazy and so bad for you. And again, look at the number one ingredient. It's usually like corn syrup for everything. Almost every food, everything you buy today, it's corn syrups and everything, and it's like the number one ingredient. So it has the most amount of corn syrup than anything else. And yeah, water's your best bet. And I'm telling you, I drank a lot of chocolate milk before too. I'm like a little kid. I would drink chocolate milk, I would go through so much milk. It was crazy. And but yeah, I would load it up with like Hershey syrup, and so I quit drinking that as well. So I was like literally loading myself with sugar. It was absolutely insane. And so yeah, I tried to start drinking coffee in the morning. I never liked coffee, and I can't drink it. I just don't like coffee. So I love chocolate milk too, Mr. Drawdown. It's like my favorite thing in the world. I would get rid of soda and drink chocolate milk, but I realized I was drinking way too much of that too, so I cut that out as well. And then yeah, it was best thing I think I've done in a while. My wife was yelling at me for like a year or two that I needed to stop, but who listens to their wives until you know that they're right. But yeah, it's crazy. And keto, low carb changed Deep Soul Diving's life. IHOP, got, got to order. There you go. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm starving right now talking about all chocolate milk and food and all this good stuff. What a fun show, guys. We do it all here. And yeah, Clove, when's it gonna go up? I would say give it about 2 weeks to get set up here. Your 20 is going to come down this week. We won't even count. I would say like another 2 weeks after Friday. So right around there. So you're looking about 3 weeks from now. It'll get set up. It may pull back a little lower and level down a little bit more, and then we'll catch it going up, Michael Anthony. You just keep us reminded about Clove, and we'll keep checking it out for you, and we'll find the exact timing, and we'll nail it perfectly. How's that? And we'll all run up Clover Health Investments. How about that? So there you go. And Dougie's Royal Picks. There you go. I like that. And yeah, let me know about these about the that's so hilarious. The King Crowns with the stock picks. That's the greatest right there. I love it. And let's see. I think we got the everything right there. And yeah, the UVXY does look like it might be going up. And we'll do our show at 7 a.m. tomorrow. You guys know that. And can I drink slightly sweet tea? Yes, you're not supposed to, but to get off of the sugar soda, you might want to try to do something like that. Like I said, I started drinking lemonade. I went BJ's sells like some organic lemonade or something, like a big bottle. I I'll show you what it looks like later tomorrow. I'll show you what it looks like. But yeah, if you have a BJ's thing, but yeah, it's not that bad. And of course, it has sugar in it, no doubt about it. But I don't even drink nearly as much. I mean, I think it's like 12 servings in the bottle, and I think I like probably have like 20 servings of it. So it's like it's not even close. I'm not drinking an entire serving size anyway. I'm drinking like half a serving size. And lemonade absolutely has sugar, but again, it doesn't have the corn syrup in it. So yeah, if you put like regular sugar in, it's not so bad. I mean, we've been living on regular sugar for the rest of for our entire life. I don't like any of that NutraSweet or any of that shit either. Sweet and low. I always thought that was bad for you. Regular sugar is not bad for you. I mean, people have been using it for their entire lives. It's just when you start cooking it down, making corn syrup, and then we're all sugar addicts. That's what ends up happening, and that's exactly what happened. And like I say, you know, we're adults and we know this is happening to us, and it's hard for us to do the right thing. Imagine kids; they don't stand a chance. I mean, and all their food is just loaded with this shit. So it is kind of crazy. And iced green tea with some fresh lemon juice. There you go, and a little bit of monk sugar is okay. I'd say so. And you know what else I've been drinking? And honestly, it's been so good. My wife has been making it for us all the time, and it's obviously a piece of cake. You don't have to do much, but grab a cucumber and a lemon, and put a slice of cucumber and a little lemon in your water. And again, we have like the Deer Park, like the 5 gallon jug thing, and that water's great. I swear by it. It's so good. And you put a cucumber and some lemon in that. Holy shit, it's so good. Tequila is better for you than soda. I'll tell you that right now. And so yeah, there you go. And but yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water with a cucumber and a lemon slice in it. It tastes delicious. It's so refreshing. So I have been enjoying that as well. But yeah, just drinking big old water right here, and I just been drinking a ton of water now, and I'm telling you what, and you'll probably feel a lot more energy too. So if you're feeling a little sluggish sometimes, I'll tell you what, that sugar and stuff will definitely make you feel sluggish, and it dehydrates the shit out of you, all that sugar. So that's the other thing. It all dehydrates you, and that's what makes you kind of tired. So as you drink a ton of water, it hydrates you and you feel better, and then you get rid of all that sugar and you flush it out and you really start feeling better. So there you go. And it depends on your objectives of your own body needs. Some people are fine with a bit of original sugar to glucose kill us. Yeah, and like I said, that some people have to do the sweet and low and stuff. And so but anyway, um you also have to be careful with sugar, but you definitely don't want to be using corn, all that corn. So again, just look at your food that you're the products that you're ingesting into your body. Just look at the number one thing that's on the first ingredients, usually corn syrup. It's crazy. So, and did you know that tea and coffee has acid in the two drinks that I was told today to not drink these two drinks after midnight because of having back surgery. Oh, back sugary tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. So there you go. And yeah, I wouldn't be drinking coffee or tea. They obviously have caffeine, so I don't know if you want to drink them too late. Also, always tequila, just not cheap tequila. That's right. And beer makes you tired. Yeah, well, beer is loaded with carbs and stuff too. So that's all going to convert down into just making you tired. And Deep Soul Diving says he's sensitive to it and can't tolerate. Some can. And I'll tell you what, and a lot of people are gluten intolerant and not like completely, like, don't have exactly celiacs, but definitely have a gluten intolerance. My wife definitely does. She eats gluten. She's like exhausted, and you can definitely tell a difference. So yeah, you definitely have to know your body as well and know what works for you and what doesn't. So back sugary. That's a back sugar. I was wondering the same thing. So he's like, get some sleep, Michael. Good luck with that deep salt diving. So there you go. Fun show. Stocks to health. We cover it all. And we'll be back at 7 a.m. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's almost 11:30. We've been having some good times on this show, and I guess we'll just keep doing it. And yeah, Deep Soul Diving's a health freak, and I try to stay healthy, guys. Again, if you want your brain to operate, and I had a major brain injury, so I kind of got to keep it together. And I realized that was all that sugar and soda and chocolate milk was definitely not helping me out, and I think my wife definitely helped me help point that out to me too. So I'm glad that she's really good at her point in helping me make better decisions in life. So yeah, she's been telling me the whole time, and I'm just like, oh, I won't listen to her. But finally, I listen, and I'm like, you know what, you were absolutely right. So yeah, sometimes you do have to listen to your partner, and they know you better than you know yourself. That's why you pick the right person in life for sure. So there you go, everybody. And again, we'll be back at 7 a.m. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow along on YouTube and X and all that good stuff. I do post out the list. I was explaining that. So if you're new, I post them out each night, and we do the shows every night at 9 p.m. and every morning at 7 a.m. So yeah, we'll do the show tomorrow morning at 7. And Samuel Adams Porch Rockers Heavenly, great for summer. Yeah, I'm not even a beer drinker. I never was a beer drinker. Like I said, I used to drink Crown and Coke. That's why when you guys were talking about Crown, I pictured the Crown Royal and the Burger King Crown. That's the two things I was checking out. And let's check out Samuel Adams real quick. While we're talking about beer, is it looking good right here? Oh wow, look at that thing looking great. Holy shit, you're right. Holy cow, check out Samuel Adams. You're absolutely right, Luis Rodriguez. That might be one to keep on the list for tomorrow. So that one's a good one. See, you just never know. I always say it's fun when you're just like kind of cruising around the market. You don't even know what's going on, and you just stumble upon ones that are set up. I always say, like, when I make a mistake and we find a good one like that, that's happened many times too. You try to type one in, you just don't even type in the right ticker. Something else comes up and it looks beautiful. You're like, whoa, that was a great mistake. And I always like that. So there you go, everybody. From stocks to health to beer and everything else. And yeah, I would say Samuel Adams is looking great right there. Might have to keep an eye on that in the morning. We'll pick something out in the morning. We'll see what else is going on. I know we were looking at a couple other ones. I forget what else we even said was looking good, to be completely honest with you. So there we go. But I would say Samuel Adams is looking good coming out of that basement right there. Make sure it can get through here. We'll see. It's been trying to. It might bounce down off the 20 a little bit, but it will get set up and look pretty good. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. And sometimes things just fall in your lap. You aren't kidding, Luis Rodriguez. That's the way we love it. When you're patient and you just put the right energy out there, things will always fall right back in your lap. They always come back and come back around in tenfolds to be blessed for you. So there you go, everybody. You guys have a great night. We'll be back at 7 a.m. We'll get through the market for tomorrow. It's the last full day of the week. And then Thursday's half day closes at 1. Friday's closed for 4th of July. Then we have the weekend. And we'll be back for Monday for a full week to crush the market. And there you go. So I don't even think I ever looked at crypto, did we? I'll just bring it up. It was kind of red coming down. So we'll look at it in the morning, see what it wants to do. It was pulling back a little bit there, holding itself on the 20. So we'll look. It might have a little bit of pullback this weekend. Remember, I'd said that the other day, but it is going to get set up there. So that will be fine, and we'll go over that in the morning. Great show. Thank you, Luis Rodriguez and Doge Mama 9 and Deep Soul Diving, Mr. Drawdown. Everybody, you have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow morning. And again, we might miss tomorrow night's show, but we'll definitely do a Thursday morning show. I'll keep you guys posted, but we'll be on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. So I will see you guys in the morning. Have a good night, everybody.